Thank you for the raid! What? Everybody, hello! Happy Sunday! Happy Sunday! We're gonna go watch Monster Trucks. Monster Truck Sunday. I'm sorry, I don't know what I'm doing. How you all doing? Ninja Aki, thank you for the raid. I think Aki left already. Fed, Lard, hello. Lard. Wait, no, Fed? Fed, thank you for resubbing. 16-month streak. Whoa! I almost thought that was 2 years for a second. I forgot how many months were in a year. How you all doing? I've been feeling out a bit lately. I don't know why, but whenever I decide not to stream, it makes me feel worse. That's the reason I didn't want to stream in the first place. I feel really bad for not streaming yesterday, and I couldn't enjoy it. I don't know why. Yeah, it really did. I was like, well, damn. I didn't stream yesterday because I wanted to play Leaf Green, but I was taking it so casually that I was like, damn, I could have streamed, I guess. I let everybug down. I wanted to get 200 nuggets on Nugget Bridge, I did not. Oh, there's the drink redeem. I take a drink, thank you. I only made it to 50 nuggets. Hold on, before we get going, let me see how my Tamagotchi's doing. I'm trying to complete my Tamagotchi Pokédex. So I got a baby. Alright, I don't need to feed it yet. Not yet. Oh, hi Aki again. Thanks for the raid. Oh, you're in the beginning. Oh, I'm glad I didn't start it yet. You enjoy it too. Thank you for coming. Anybody else enjoying Fire Red or Leaf Green? What'd y'all think about the Pokemon announcements? When I was trying to find the stream, I went back and I watched the one that they did for 2025. Wait, hold on, what year are we? Not 2025. The one they did for the 25th anniversary. And I was trying to figure out what to expect. I was like, we're probably getting Gen 10 reveal, but part of me was thinking that they were gonna reveal another Legends game. But I was also like, they probably won't because we still have ZA, like as a you know, a big thing. But this 25th anniversary, that's what they revealed. They revealed Legends Arceus. I don't think they showed anything about it. They just revealed that it was gonna be a thing. And then that was also the BDSP reveal. So I was like, we're gonna get something big, that's for sure. So it's either a new game, it's probably a new game of some sort. But I was expecting more, I guess, than just the one. At least they didn't announce a DLC at the same time. I'm hoping they're done with that shit, but they probably won't be. That was it. You mean for the announcements? I was hoping they teased like a whole bunch of merch. What, like a month or so ago? So I thought they were going to like, you know, actually get into the details of it. I wanted to see what pet merchandise they're gonna have, but no. The only did they reveal any merch at all? No, they revealed the jukebox, and that's it. But I was like, I don't like Gen 1's music. So hopefully, I don't know. Hopefully they'll do it for the other generations too. I was like, I'll probably pick up like Gen 2 and 5. That might be it. If they decide to do that. I hope they do. I'm also just like more nostalgic for the Game Boy Color. I don't want this fucking original Game Boy brick on my desk. I almost bought it. It's only $75. For some reason, I thought you had to buy the cartridges separately. But no, it comes with, I guess, everything that it comes with. But whenever I looked at it, I was like, what the fuck am I gonna do with that big old box? And I just decided not to do it. It's cute. If I had disposable income, I mean, I guess I technically could have bought it. I have all my credit consolidated now. Into interest-free payments. Yippee! So I could have bought it. I was like, nah, I'll keep my $75. Instead, what I did buy, they have the opening scene stuff. So I just bought a hat. A hat and a pin. I was like, would I wear a hat? I probably would. I've been trying to wear hats more often. Accessorize. We knew they were gonna announce a new game of some sort, but honestly, wait, what didn't really sit right for me was that it could have been any type of announcement during any other day. You're just talking about, I mean, yeah, sure. Wait, huh? Hold on. I feel like the stuff they did announce was perfectly fine for, what do you call this shit? A decade? Just like any major milestone for Pokemon, so every 5 years, basically. Part of me is like, why the fuck do they keep Gen 1 pandering? And then I'm just like, pause, like, hold on. Like, it's okay, they're allowed to do that because it's the anniversary of Gen 1. But I thought the Kintsugi Mori style red in Pokemon Masters was a fine announcement. Mew in Pokemon Sleep was a fine announcement. I don't play these games. I think they did what's the other one? The Cafe remix. I don't know what the hell. Once I saw that shit pop up, I was like, my brain turned off. I was like, it's not anything I care about. But my coworker was doing a bingo sheet, and one of the slots, like, he was like, oh, we almost got a bingo, but we were missing in. And I was like, hold on. There was a scene at the beginning of the stream where they had a whole bunch of like different scenes from the video games pop up. So I went back to that part, and at the part for Gen 5, they showed the you know, obviously the little opening title screen for Black and White, which shows Baby in, and I was like, he's right there. We got a bingo, bring us snacks. Oh, that's cute. I haven't downloaded, well, I haven't updated Masters yet. I don't play it too often. I play it. I think I logged in last when Arc Suit In came out. I've been trying to do those events, but that's it. I don't even know if I can do them anymore. I just wanted to see like Volo's beef with all these characters. I don't know how to think about Winds and Waves. I like the aesthetic. Or like not the aesthetic, the graphics that they showed so far. Hopefully it's actual graphics, maybe it'll get better, who knows. But the style, the character style, and the graphic style reminded me a lot of Pokemon Snap, which I thought was really good. Like new Pokemon Snap looks really nice. What if that's all new Pokemon Snap was supposed to be? Who developed that one actually? I'm just like, what if new Pokemon Snap was actually just like the testing grounds for Winds and Waves? And then they just decided to make a new game with it too. I was hoping that Winds and Waves actually wasn't going to be real because I didn't want the leaks to be true. I've been trying to avoid the leaks, so I haven't read anything, but Winds and Waves has been popped up like literally in anything. So I was thinking it'd be really funny if they just changed the name. Call it like Coast and Shore or something, Pokemon Coast and Shore. Wait, Snapseed was made by Bandai? That's crazy, I had no clue. But also, I don't like the regions where it's a lot of water. That was so boring. I didn't like Alola. I didn't like... Well, I liked Hoenn a little bit, but... I don't know, put me on land! I don't want to be out in the water, but it looks like they're bringing back, like, maybe underwater traversing. So... I don't mind. I'm excited. You'll be honest. You're positive? Oh. It did look very good. But I'm just a little hesitant. I was like, I don't know if we can take what we see as actual in-game graphics. But the tourist Pikachus throw me off. Like, why does the girl Pikachu have so much makeup on her? I like that they're tanned. I think it's funny. Oh, my other controller's not on. Why is my other controller not on? Hold on. I keep trying to turn it on and it's not working. Oh. What the hell? Why was it not connecting? Never mind, we're fine. Wait, it still says I'm only playing one controller. Oh my god! What is happening? It was just connected. Did I have to do something else? Hold on. Oh my lord, y'all, hold up. Why is it like this? Okay, I have two controllers. Two. How do I use both? I want to use both of my controllers. Thank you. Jesus Christ. I'm right here! I already connected them! Okay, let's go. Let's play the game. Jesus. What happened last time? Oh, we're the police officers of the Paranormal Investigation Bureau. And what's her name has eyes specifically for seeing 800-year immortals. How convenient. Oh, she's only got 2 days left of her lifespan, that's right. Okay. Oh, I think I've already done this one before. Also, I sneezed like 7 times earlier today in a row, and it hurt so bad. Apparently, Wakamura's been trying to find a way to end the curse of the raging waves himself. He told us he'd already warned the islanders about impending danger and refused to have anything more to do with us. I thought I read this already. I'm starting to hear that. I just hope that'll be the end of it, but this is one job I can't afford to foist off on anyone else. Not entirely anyway. Yeah, I've read that one. Okay. The Haike. Oh yeah, we found out she was like taken by, oh, there we go, Tomoshige, and he forced her to eat the mermaid meat. And we found out that they can't just eat the mermaid meat. The meat has to be stored in, like, a certain box. Anyway, she doesn't remember anything about him. I get the feeling this Taira no Tomoshige wasn't a very nice guy. And this curse of his sounds even nastier. Could it really be still be active after all this time? Am I also down with the allergies, or is it a what type thing? Oh no, it's forever. My whole life. It never ends. I have to mute to clear my sinus. The handshake. Ugh. Hail. Also, I don't know why I was sneezing. I felt a tickle in my nostril, and then it just kept happening. It certainly looks that way. The Haike's resentment is awfully persistent, I hear. You don't think he could have held a grudge against me, do you? Who knows? That would depend on your relationship with him back then. Oh, man. However, it appears someone is actively wielding the curse of the Haike at present. Therefore, the targets of the curse would be decided by this individual, whoever they may be. Another unknown, huh? What is this now? Oh, we got the Haike. The curse of Tomoshige. A curse born from Taira no Tomoshige's feelings of malice and resentment that lingered after the fall of the Taira clan. It kills an individual who meets the conditions by cleaving them in two. Oh, wait, we still don't know what the condition is. That's right. My guess was reflections, but I kind of wonder what that would have to do with him. A reflection. Because the other one was the fish. What, they have to be like in the waters. They have to be submerged in like the waters of what, Issei Bay or something like that. I don't know why. So I don't know how that would matter actually. I don't know why they would need that. Anyway. Figuring out the origin of the curse is all well and good. But it doesn't help us solve the case. We need to track down the person who's actually using it, or it'll keep happening. Indeed. Hope you find them soon. Indeed. By the way, you wouldn't happen to be concealing anything else, would you? Huh? No, It's fine. I'll not pry, just so long as you answer my questions. Nope. That's not the right one. There's something I'd like you to try and remember for me. Me? But... goddamn, my nostrils are... I wouldn't say they're clogged. It feels fucking swollen back there. My head is fat. Hear me. Doesn't the story behind the curse of the raging waves ring any bells? Why should it? The girl who was sacrificed in order to seal what the fuck? The girl who was sacrificed in order to seal two away. I kind of wonder if that second two, somebody help me if their grammar is correct here. It seems not right. It would make more sense the girl who was sacrificed in order to seal away the curse of the raging waves 4 centuries ago. Might that not have been you? I don't know. Sato Shiranami. What? You said yourself, or you have said yourself, that it was an onmyoji who put you in that state of deep slumber at the seafloor. Hi, Baku! Does it not seem highly probable that you were the sacrifice who held back the curse for the past 400 years? Oh man, You're right, it was me. I knew it. She's remembering. I'm sorry, I can't no more. I can't do this anymore. What's the matter with you? Get a hold of yourself. Oof. Poor Sato. Is it that painful to remember? We didn't come here to ask you to sacrifice yourself again, if that's what you're worried about. All those years under the sea can't have been easy on her, you know. She wasn't really asleep, her brain would still have been active. Active and drowning for 400 years? That would have sucked. Moreover, there's a limit to how many memories the human brain can hold. I would estimate the maximum capacity to be around 100 years worth. Hi, Poonak! I can't weed! I think it's like those cases where text reads the spoken languages and it feels like a off grammar-wise. Are you saying she remembers being in that state under the sea? In a sense, I presume her memory is filled with stretches of utter darkness, her view from the sea depths. Any memories from before that time have likely been pushed deep into her subconscious. And maybe they're not gone for good. There's a chance she'll remember more. We just need to find the right trigger. She's already fucked up right now. Sorry, I didn't mean to freak out on you like that. It took me a second to get over the shock. Well, seems my theory about you being the sacrifice was right on the money. But it doesn't look like you'll be able to tell us much about the past after all. Guess not. I wish I could have been more help. Oh, there's something else I'd like to ask you. Be my guest. How exactly do you deal with 800-year immortals? You sure you want to know? Huh? I do. What do? Pull apart their brain or something? Since it's not going to happen to you, there's no reason for you to think about it. I thought it'd be something like taking away their immortality. Unfortunately, that's downright impossible. You would think giving immortality would be impossible, but I suppose not. Because your original body is long gone, you know. But then, what else can you do? You tell her, Soto. Must I always be the one to handle the unpleasant topics? Besides, I see no point in explaining something that she is already painfully familiar with. What do you mean? I guess you only deal with them by putting them in a situation they can't get out of. So having them constantly go through death and rebirth. Among the arts we psychics wield is a spell that can place even an immortal into a state of apparent death. Once that is done, they can simply be sealed in an underground vault for the rest of their days. Oh shit, okay, a little bit different. Just whenever she was, like, the sacrifice, that's it. Hi, Gab! Welcome back! Wait, you mean it's the same thing that happened to me? Maybe she wasn't a sacrifice, and that's just how they dealt with her back then. Essentially, yes, except that in your case, it was for the purpose of making you a sacrifice. And you woke up before your lifespan came to an end. Yikes. Mind you, neither I nor Soto have ever actually done this to anyone. Though I did hear a rumor that someone was dealt with that way a few decades back. A rumor? Of course, there have been 800-year immortals who sought ways to become mortal. Excuse me, that was weird. I was adjusting myself and the sound came out weird. Sought ways to become mortal again in the past. But they all failed. Even if they managed to track down the mermaid who gave them their immortality, it was no good. Okay, I'll take a drink, thanks. That's why more than a few immortals have ended up living out their long lives in religious seclusion. Nope. But, does this mean the seal broke because I woke up? We cannot be certain of that. Perhaps it was the other way around. The seal may have broken of its own accord, releasing you from your slumber. Either way, it's not your fault. Don't you go blaming yourself for any of this. Still, if I hadn't... Listen, your sacrifice kept the curse at bay for 4 whole centuries. That's half your extended lifespan. No one could ask more of you than that. The rest is up to Soto, isn't that right? Yes, but I'm counting on your help as well, man. I love Soto! Soto's so cool. So any chance you remembered something about the curse of the raging waves? Did that Onmyoji, Harukage... What the hell? Tsuchi Mikado happen to tell you anything? Tell you how it could be lifted? That was such a big name. I'm sorry. All that's come back to me is the fact that I was sacrificed. I don't remember the Onmyoji at all, what kind of person he was or anything. The most I can remember is that I think he said something about the curse being lifted after 400 years. That's all, huh? Well, be sure to let us know if you remember anything else that could help us break the curse. I will. You done yet? Speaking of immortals, there's something else I had to ask you. I had to ask you. Yes? Now, I'm not certain about this, but I get the feeling there's another 800-year immortal in Kamishima right now. Who could it be? I think we were theorizing that Kikuko was probably one. But then it could have also been that her death was faked. Part of me thinks it was faked because I could have sworn they mentioned that 800-year immortals, their body parts disappear whenever they reform. So I feel like that would include blood also. Fatally wounded, body will be restored to default. In the event they lose body parts, their heart will treat the largest remaining part of their main body and regenerate any lost parts from there, with the removed parts subsequently vanishing. How was the final Digimon stream that I missed? Aw. It was pretty cool. I got really emotional for some reason. Have you played the game before, Edon? I don't want to say spoilers. I wouldn't say I got emotional over story. I really didn't get emotional over story. It ended about the same as the Cyber Sleuth and the other ones did. It's spooky time. Also, hi Chaos Machine on YouTube. I think Nimby was also here and I forgot to say hi. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry, Nimby. Wasn't seeing the 8-bits at the end. Oh, that one was cute too! Seeing your whole team through, like, the different chapters. Oh my gosh. No, for me it was the devolution mechanic that, what the hell his name was? Crotomon did. And then I just saw my Dracomon again. It made me so happy. And then seeing him go back to Core Dramon and Ground Dramon. The other ones were less emotional because I think my Beelstar, I didn't put her on my team until she was a Beelstar, so. You thought it was hilarious? I was like, oh, what do we do now? But I got excited. It was so cute seeing Dracomon again. I get the, yeah, okay, so who would this other immortal be? Who do y'all think it is? Do you think it's it could be a new immortal. What if it's, what's his name? What if it's Shotaro? What if at his school he ate Mermaid? I don't know. I think Kikuko could be a huge possibility here. Well, it says she was born and raised on Kamishima. But I guess she could still be a new one too. It's Soto. What? Any idea who it might be? Wait, it could just be Yuza. It could be how he lived the ships collapsing 5 years ago. What the hell are you looking at? Liger, what's up? What do you mean? No, I don't have a clue. Are you sure about that? Because if there is another immortal here, I'll find them eventually, you know. Even if I have to scour the island from end to end. Does that change your answer? No, I really don't know who it could be. Alright, if you say so. Guess this means I'll have to search the island after all, as if I didn't have enough to deal with. Does she have to search? She has eyes specifically made for this kind of thing. You don't have to look too hard. Well, I'd say that about covers everything. We've talked your ear off long enough. It must be confusing. All this talk of the past will not trouble you any further. That is searching? Okay. She could just go up really high and then use her looking glass. Right, thank you. Also, how you doing, Naruto? Still, give it a bit of time and something else might come back to you. She's got 2 days left. Don't wait too long, Sato. If it does, please let us know. We'll be visiting the island again real soon, so you should have a chance. Will do. How be going then? But they just stabbed her in the back. I used Platinum Sukima, but I converted him to a rookie level. So it was cute seeing a little seeing him as a little Pabumon. Pabu. But that mechanic was so cute. I really liked that one. So now what? What I didn't like though was like, you know, through that fight, building up your little charge on your gun. And then finally firing it, but then all the fucking Olympus came out. I was like, no, I don't want the... What's the point of that? Why would they fucking come out of the gun and just let me shoot the guy with all the power of the Olympus 12? But also, like, the fight was basically, like, the fight of... it was very reminiscent of Buddy Fight, not gonna lie. When they're fighting Yami-Geto and all the fucking Omnilords come out. So now what? She's given us much to ponder. To think we'd encounter a living witness, I'd never have dreamt it possible. It was also basically scripted. I mean, yeah, duh. Lord, no! You're 165 points. Hold on, my turn. Wait, I forgot how to spell gamble. I had so much. Damn it. No! Okay. Y'all stop gambling! It's not working! Sure, it was fascinating, but I can't say it did us much good as far as our investigation is concerned. Yeah, damn, we're all last place together. Besides, she's still hiding something, that one. You think so, ma'am? I do. In fact, I'd bet on it. She might even be up to something. But our primary objective here is to lift the curse of the raging waves. We don't need to start digging into anything else without good reason. It is rigged, I'm telling you. I can't believe Najesh lost 1 point. On that note, do you really intend to search the island for this other 800-year immortal? Yeah, I figured we might as well look into that too while we're here. Understood. Alright, time to kill them. Ooh. What is he doing right here? It's him! We found him! My apologies for the interruption, but there is an important matter I wish to discuss with you. I wasn't really expecting to see him. For some reason I thought it was going to turn around and show us the grandma. Now then, I believe you have just been privy to quite the interesting development. As Yumeko Shiki would tell it, Sato Shironami is not the only 800-year immortal here on Kamishima. So I would pose you a question. There is indeed... what the hell is gonna make... He's gonna make me start guessing right now? There's indeed one more individual in Kamishima who has made a miraculous return from the dead. You have borne witness to the death and revival of this individual a total of 2 times. The only thing I can think of is Yuza. But I don't remember seeing him come back a second time. Two times. With this in mind, allow me to ask, who is the other 800-year immortal on Kamishima? Well, yeah, but we haven't seen him on a second game over screen, so far he's still been... He said died and came back 2 times, right? He didn't say died 2 times. I'm just gonna guess Yuza, but... I don't know. That doesn't make sense to me. Oops. Oh, excuse me. Be like, Yuz? Who's Yuz? I guess that was it. Correct! The answer is Yuzo Minakuchi. Alright, so it's not Kikuko. We did? Hold up. Oh, I don't think I can go to the story chart yet. To think you've got it in one go, you're quite the observant one. Every time Yuzo ran out of oxygen while diving, he suffocated to death in the ocean depths. Wait, did I drown in the water before? Have I drowned? However, following his demise, he returned to life and was able to continue where he had left off. We did? It would normally be highly unusual for someone to reach a diver rank of 19 on their first outing. Would it be? I don't know if I remember oh, no, I didn't drown. What I did was I went back into- okay. So I went into the hole the first time, which obviously got us that bad ending. But then I decided to go check it out a second time, which still kills you. I see. That's cheating. Are you're thinking it's unusual I could have gotten a diver rank of 19 without drowning, storyteller? You doubt me. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Such a feat would have been difficult indeed unless one was unburdened by the fear of failure or the fear of death. It was this knowledge of his own immortality. See, if I only did that once, I think I would have gotten thrown off because I was like, well, we only saw Kikuko quote-unquote die once. It was this knowledge of his own immortality that led him to displaying such an uncanny degree of confidence. As you may have suspected, Yuzami Nekuchi became an 800-year immortal 5 years ago when he was saved by a mermaid. That's what I was thinking exactly. In truth, help arrived too late for that fateful day, and it became the first time he had lost his life. I wonder what light this new information will cast on events going forward. With that, please enjoy the continuation of this tale. Okay, thank you. So that was the first time he's lost his life, so technically not the time he gained immortality. Whoa! Hey look, we're fine again. Well, isn't this continuing off of the timeline where everybug fucking died? Oh wait, no, that's this one right here. So it should be at the same time then. Oh, several days after. So yeah, it is after all that. Wait, so he should be dead. Oh, everybug's fucking dead. Uh-oh. What if he was born into it? It's been 1 week since the night Kamishima was struck by a tragic storm of mysterious attacks. All in all, it resulted in 16 casualties, even 7 missing, and 20 buildings totally or partially destroyed. A horrific calamity, it caused a huge stir- Wait, hold up. I'm not reading that right. A horrific calamity, it caused a huge stir when news broke about what had happened. The culprit responsible for the massacre is still unknown, and the investigation is ongoing. I went diving this morning for the first time since that day. No one's taking their boats out right now, so it's just a short dive from the shore. Time to think to my brain. We still don't know who the culprit behind the massacre, the so-called assassin, was. The investigation is proceeding under the assumption that it was one of the people who went missing that night. But it seems like it's not making much progress. Among the other things, they're also having to conduct it behind closed doors so word doesn't get out that it was caused by a curse. Who could the 7 be missing? Because in this case we would know 2 would have been missing, right? And that would be Kikuko and Sato. What the hell? Hold on. Something on my slipper. It's grossing me out for some reason. What is that? But who else? Who else could have been missing? Maybe... I don't know. I love this music. Many people tried to escape the island by sea that night, but most of them ended up getting caught in the storm and going... I don't know what that said, going missing. Maybe that could have been also them. Could the culprit behind the massacre have been among them? Maybe the jock? Maybe Shotaro? The same night as the attack on Kamishima. A massive storm caused by the curse of the raging waves broke out in the sea to the south of the island. It seems the bronze mirror my mom left wasn't enough to hold back the curse by itself after all. Many of those who attempted to flee the island by boat were caught in the storm and are still missing. Did he know about that? I thought whenever the grandma was gonna go tell them about it, she got cut down. I don't remember him being told about it. The storm descended on Kamishima soon afterwards, and the island was swept by harsh winds and lashing rain for 3 days straight. No one was able to leave their homes, and it caused blackouts and landslides across the island. Several buildings were also completely destroyed. Everyone was made painfully aware just how fearsome the curse of the raging waves is. Combined with the honor of being massacred. With the horror of the massacre, the entire ordeal has left a deep scar on those who remain. There's still an eerie rumbling coming from the sea, and no one knows when another storm might strike again. Everyone here is still too on edge to take their boats out to fish, and the ferry service to the island is currently suspended as well. Naturally, no one paid me any mind when I headed out to dive today. You think they're still sitting there blaming him? The pair from Tokyo had apparently come to Kamishima to try and find a way to dispel the curse of the raging waves. They were extremely regretful about failing to stop the storm and went around apologizing to everyone in its wake. It seems they're still planning to find a solution, though, and have asked for my cooperation. Technically, Sato should still be alive at this point. It's only been like a day. Or maybe this is day 2, and she actually embarrassed. I don't know. The storm struck before we could even mourn those who were killed and left the town in tatters. Things are barely functioning. No, this is a week after. Yeah, this is a week. She is long gone. Struck before we could even mourn those who were killed and left the town in tatters. Those two. Things are barely functioning right now. I don't know where the fuck I said those two came from. Everyone is somehow managing to get by on the aid we're receiving, but it's apparently going to take years to fully rebuild. Some people fled Kamishima the moment they could, citing what happened as proof of some sort of divine punishment. But most of those who stayed are already trying to put the tragedy behind them and look to the future. They managed to get back on their feet 5 years ago, so I'm sure they'll be fine this time too. Although they've been bombarded by accusations and demands for them to take responsibility, the Wakamuras have been busy doing what they can. Whew! Just keep looking. Just keep thinking to yourself, Buggy. Following news reports on the calamity, there was an uptick of in unsavory rumors that Kamishima was cursed in some way. But perhaps because of the current occult craze, a bunch of people have expressed interest in visiting once all the restoration work's done. The mail order service for souvenirs that was set up to help fund recovery efforts has been flooded with orders. Oh, that's cute. I don't have much to show for my dives today. My catch has been pretty pitiful, to say the least. It's like I really am hopeless without a zombie. A zombie! A zombie and Tsukasa's bodies were found in front of the lighthouse. There's no way of knowing what happened to them now. But I'm told the zombie was found collapsed on top of Tsukasa, as though he tried to protect her from to the very end. I wouldn't have expected anything less of him. From him, not of him. Unable to bear the tragedy that had befallen Kamishima, Sato Shiranami apparently gave herself over to the assassin and left the island with them. I don't know if whoever sent the assassin got what they wanted in the end. I'm probably never coming back. But either way, I gotta think they took any chance of by seeing her again with them. Interesting. I gotta think about when I last saw her. You leave. Oh. I doubt I'll ever meet her again. Yeah, she's probably turned to dirt. After all that happened. I'm once again the only one left alive. Well, I don't know if alive is the right word. I did get my head cut off once by the curse, after all. But to be honest, I don't have it in me to care anymore. I couldn't fulfill what I set out to do despite swearing I'd see it through. I have nothing left. It seems my fate is in the hands of that pair from Tokyo now. I don't know what they have planned for me, but whatever it is, I intend to accept it. I'm okay. Well, okay. Thank you, everyone, for everything. Goodbye. Damn, bad ending. Over. god, we're thinking so far back. That's like at the very beginning. Approximately 1 month ago, having only just returned home to Kamishima, Yuzo Minikuchi goes to the roof of the Kante Kisho ruins for some time alone. Ay, ay, ay. When you slightly see someone you know, so you move your head away quickly. It's like, oh, shit. Oh, Bella. I fucking love you, Bella. Huh? There's someone already here. How unusual. Wow, you scared me. Darn, I didn't think anyone else would come here. Oh, I take it I'm not welcome. I didn't think there would be anyone else up here either, so that makes two of us. So, who are you? Baby, you're so cute! I love you! I'm Yuzo Minakuchi. I recently moved back to Kamishima. Oh. So you're that old friend of Fukasa's, was it? Yep. I don't think we've spoken before. You got the two most dullest characters just I don't think Sato's dull anymore, like, but she was very kind of quiet in the beginning, I suppose. You're Sato Shiranami, right? Mr. Wakamura's relative? Nice to meet you. Wait, how do you know who I am? That's kind of creepy. Wow. You're pretty much the talk of the town. I'm sure almost everyone here knows who you are. The plot thikes? Yeah. Is that so? I'd rather not stand out. It's a small island, where it spreads quick about who comes and goes. Sorry, but could you leave me be? I don't feel like talking to anyone. I see. Well, I just came here to enjoy the view alone. I'll just be over there looking at the sea, so I won't be a bother. That work for you? Fine. Alright, I'm looking at the sea, fuck you. You can see all the way across to the Atsumi Peninsula in Aichi from here. I heard this observation post was originally made to oversee Yarago on the opposite shore, so I guess it makes sense that it would be built somewhere with a clear view of the sea. You can see all the way from Ise Bay out towards the Inshu Sea from here. It's a great view. But that doesn't mean I want to share it with anyone. Yeah, get the fuck out of here, Sato. Thankfully, most of the islanders don't come up here that often, so I sometimes come here to unwind. There's a lot of reefs in the area and the tide is strong, so it can make for tough sailing. But from here it looks as tranquil as can be. They built a rest spot for any tourists who come up here, but it doesn't seem much use. Yeah, who the fuck is coming to Kamishima? Sato Shiranami. I hear she's a relative of Mr. Wakamura's who will be staying with him for a while. But apparently no one's heard of her, so the island rumor mill's been working overtime ever since she arrived. Things have calmed down a bit now, but when she first showed up, she knew so little about how things worked that the gossip was that she was some sort of sheltered princess. That or she'd been raised by animals. Even now she spends most of her time cooped up at the Wakamura's, so the mystery has only grown. I guess it doesn't really matter though. I'll maybe think to myself. Coming here always helps clear my head. Now that I'm back here after quitting work after just 3 months. I went to a boarding school on the mainland for high school, and it's been about 3.5 years since I actually lived on Kamishima. Nothing's changed. It's almost as if time itself has stopped here. You could say that it's one of the good things about living on an isolated island like this. But for me, that means it's just as uncomfortable as ever. Ever since the disaster 5 years ago, people here haven't exactly been subtle about avoiding me. Maybe it's as good as time. Oh my lord. Maybe it's as good a time as any to start seriously looking into my mom. The processing plant I worked at wasn't a bad place or anything, but working there didn't feel that fulfilling either. I just happened to come across it when I was looking for a job. I've never really been sure what I want to do with my life. Azami has always had a clear goal of becoming a fisherman. To be honest, I've always felt a bit jealous of that. After losing my parents in the disaster 5 years ago, people not only began to avoid me, they avoided talking about my mom as well. At some point, I honestly began to wonder if there was much point in me being alive. I've only made it this far because of my Gran and Azami. I can never forgive myself if I made the two of them sad. They're the only reason I'm still here, drifting through life. Not that there's much else I can do here. I've got to find some work here soon so they won't worry about me. I've always been good at swimming, so I've actually been thinking about ama diving as an option. I haven't gone swimming since the disaster, but I wonder if Gran would be happy if I followed her footsteps and became an ama diver. Maybe I'll start looking into it in secret. He's thinking a lot on this one, god damn. I do wonder if he eat the mermaid flesh too. I mean, he's an immortal, so probably. Though I'd only be able to do it during the diving season, so I'd still have to find something else. I originally came here to take care of Gran after her injury, but her condition's improved a lot recently. She can walk around by herself now, and has even been handling the cleaning and laundry. I wouldn't be surprised if she said she was planning to go back to diving. Kamishima women sure are made of sterner stuff. But I'm still worried. Bella, your ear's backwards. I love her. I'm still worried about her. You never know what could happen after all. It seems she's been watching a lot of TV recently, perhaps because she's had to spend a lot of time at home. She seems a bit bummed that she doesn't have anyone to talk to about her shows, though. Yeah, that's when Santo shows up. Oh, God! It's just inner monologues. Azami was really happy to hear that I was coming back to Kamishima. He even helped make sure my return would go as smoothly as possible. I can't thank him enough. He's a true friend. On top of that, he's hardworking and kind. It's easy to see why so many people here like him. Bella, you're so cute. But he's involved in a bunch of stuff around the island now. He's much busier than he used to be. It goes without saying that we can't mess around like we used to anymore. House has also put some distance between herself and us since she started high school. I guess she's a bit self-conscious about things now. I miss hanging out with her, but maybe this is just part of growing up. Still, it's no exaggeration to say that it's all thanks to Azami that I'm able to live here like this. I won't do anything to let him down. Can I talk to you yet? If she really is a relative of Mr. Wakamura's, I wonder what she's doing here. She's 17, just like Tsukasa, but it doesn't seem like she's going to school. I guess it doesn't really matter, though. Now that I have a better look at her, she's really tall. Maybe even taller than Azami, and he's 173 centimeters. She is really tall. I was thinking about that, too. She's a giant woman. She said she doesn't want to stand out, but that's going to be tough at that height. I'd rather not stand that close to her, to be honest. What? She's been staring at the southern sea this whole time. Could it be she sees something out there? I said I wouldn't bother her. I should stop staring already. Look at her ass. Alright, more thinking. Alright, then. Time to think of how to make my own way through life from now on. Sure, I have plenty of time, but I don't want to be a burden for any longer than I have to be. On the contrary, if there's some way for me to... Do any of y'all inner monologue? When I think about shit, I repeat the same 3 words constantly. That's it. If there's some way for me to make a graceful exit and draw the curtains on it all, maybe that would be best. No, not this long, definitely not. The same thought's been lurking in my mind ever since that day. What's the point in living if I'm just going to cause trouble for Gran and Azami? Time to think of how to make my own way through life from now on. Well, what do I do with this info I've been given? Damn it, what do you want? That scared the shit out of me. It didn't help that the controllers fucking vibrated. It was meant to jump scare you too. Made you jump, didn't I? Bitch, shut up! I don't even know. I probably peeked. You probably couldn't hear me scream either. Yes, actually. Of course you did. Anyone would be startled by someone suddenly sneaking up on them like that. At least you admit it. You can consider that payback for before. What? What did I do? Anyway, did you need something? Oh, right. I can't focus with someone else around after all, so I want you to leave. Wow. Okay. Huh? You leave. No. You're the one who should leave. Because that was mean. It's fate. An immutable law of the universe that was decided tens of thousands of years ago. Oh, really? I was here first, though. Isn't first come, first served also an immutable law of the universe? That's true. Okay, fine. I'll leave. Huh? You came a lot faster than I expected. Still, I kind of feel bad for chasing you off like this. Oh, so you can have this Kamashimaru pin. What the fuck did I call him? Keychain I picked up over there as well. Pushing random stuff you picked up off the ground onto others now, huh? Still, who could have thrown such a cute keychain away? No, you didn't do anything wrong, but since you're offering... What do I do with this? Where do I even find items? What do I do with that? Do I have a space for items I've just picked up? Because I would have had the I don't know. Wait, somehow there's still stuff. Oh, a lot of question marks still. Especially right here. I'm still mad that she jump scared me. I'll be on my way as promised then. Sorry for the interruption. Sure. Huh? Hmm? I see. So that's how it is, huh? Is something wrong? Oh no, I was just thinking it must be pretty rough. Yep, pretty rough, alright. It's none of my business though. Bye. Maybe the immortals can see each other after all, like I think the one chick was asking before. Hi, Ripley! Feds are regular, he hear every stream. Oh, I'll take a drink, by the way, thank you. Whoa, whoa, how am I supposed to just walk away after you say crispy stuff? Yum. Just want to eat some chicken. After you say cryptic stuff like that. But if no answers are forthcoming, I'll simply have to be on my way. Later. What big words he has. Oh my god, is that Whipley? Are we done there? Oh, I guess so. Alright, back down here we go. Bella, you're so cute. We're back to Avi. And what's her name? Cecil. I don't think that was his name. Or her name. I can't remember though. Hello again. Arnett Barnum's back on the scene. Allow me to summarize. Why is he... I think he is very suspicious. He's talking to the camera again. As expected, Ikomo contacted us today, telling us we have to wait a little longer before we can meet the descendant. Thus figuring he had no intention of letting us meet her anyway. We decided to use Cersei's ability to go looking for the descendant ourselves. Who exactly are you talking to? I am merely setting the scene. It really feels like it raises the stakes, no? Makes it feel more like a thrilling adventure. Sure, you got me all worked up. But I'm trying to concentrate, so could you please stop distracting me? Yeah, it's the second time he's done this, so he's definitely got something going on with him. You could just say he's a little quirky because he's a fantasy author, but I don't know, he definitely knows that we are watching. That's just how this game is, right? Alright, sorry. Looking at the back of her fucking head. She seems focused, best not to interrupt her now. How many times do I have to think in this damn game? That's too much. Cersei is completely focused on dowsing right now. There are several types of dowsing techniques, but it seems like she's using a pendulum. It would seem that a necklace she wears could be used for such a purpose. The closer you get to the target, the stronger the pendulum swings. I love Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5. That's my favorite generation. If Cersei jump scares me too, I'm gonna be very mad. Cersei is using her dowsing ability to search for the descendant right now. What's that? Doesn't her dowsing only let us look for spiritual energy? And top of that, doesn't she have to be familiar with the energy she's looking for? That's right. I was thinking the same thing. However, Cersei was perfectly prepared. Before parting with Ikoma yesterday, she asked him to She asked him to hand the iron box to the descendant when he paid her a visit. She said the descendant ought to have it since it's so deeply connected to Taishima's history. Ikoma agreed on the matter and would apparently go through with it, assuming he did hand it over. Now we just have to find that cursed energy. How clever! Then the iron box, with its massive amount of spiritual energy, has fallen right into the lap of our target. Now Cersei just has to use her dowsing to locate the box. At least that's the plan. Did you get it figured out yet? However, her dowsing range is limited. With the spiritual energy the iron box possesses, its range is probably just 2 or 3 kilometers. So we had to narrow down the target area somewhat before starting our search. I hate it when the music gets quiet because I think I'm going to turn around and just see another fucking mother bugger staring right at me. Any idea where we might start looking for the descendant? I think Mr. Ikoma said something about visiting her several times before she finally agreed to talk, didn't he? He did, which would mean she doesn't live far away, I suppose could be one. She is also a very difficult person. She must live close enough for him to have paid her frequent visits. Yes, exactly. I like how that was a right answer, but I feel like both could have been right. So I think it'd be best to start by searching the towns within Toba. I see. There are quite a few towns in the area, right? About that. When we parted yesterday, Mr. Ikoma mentioned something else that stuck with me. When you asked to meet the descendant, he said he'd probably drop by later since he also had to handle the matter with Miss Suma. Alright, he did say that, so basically, they live close to Suma. He said it like he would drop by while he was in the area, so they likely live close to one another. Yes, I was thinking the same. It rewards you for just having common sense in this case. Those towns with many Amadivers are our top candidates. So that means we should, if I get one wrong, that's gonna be very embarrassing. So that means we should probably start by searching all the towns in Toba that are home to a lot of Amadivers. That's right, we can make our way up by searching along the coast for starters. It'd be nice if we could... Ugh, I can't read anymore, I'm so tired. It'd be nice if we at least learned the descendant's name. We might have a lead on that. Think of your research into the past of this place. Alright, I believe the name was... What was the name of the Taishima survivor? Oh. Well, Taishima. Oh, the survivor? Wasn't it supposed to be one of the mermaids, actually? Hold on. Damn, it's been a few days since we read this damn lore. But I think they said that one of the survivors of the island was one of the mermaids, right? But we know that one of the survivors is the mom, right? Where am I going? Where's all the characters at? Oh, hold on. Here we go. No, hold on. It would have been, Did they ever imply this, actually? Hold on. I can't remember if it's actually been said anywhere. Mare Minakuchi. I I could have sworn, I think it did say it was one of the mermaids. Which one then? Hayase? Yao Bakuni. Which one was it? Just show me the damn mermaids over their names. Oh, here we go. Wait, hold up. ENVtuber. I don't remember their names being like this. Oh, Sobai, Nagame, and Hayase. Which one was it? I feel like it was Hayase, but we'll see. Watch it just not be one of the mermaids at all. Hayase! That's my answer. It's Hayase! Where'd you get that? I thought it was one of the mermaids that supposedly lived. Did someone say something? There you go, dodging the question again, as always. Thanks, you're welcome to learn from me. What I meant to say was, I thought it was the mermaid. This is very awkward now. Hold up. Let me read more. Ay, ay, ay. I guess the only other answer is one of the other characters that we were thinking. Alright, we're putting Somekawa. Oh, I don't think her name was ever mentioned in the damn lore. Oh, never mind. I got it. If I just... Hold on, I'm not wrong then. Hayase should have been the answer. God damn it. Assuming Hayase is Somekawa, who is then the fucking mom. I'm mad about that, actually. Somekawa, that's what Taishima's survivor was called. If there's any descendants, then they may still bear the same name. That's right. It's another clue we can follow. God damn it. And so we ended up spending the morning traveling along the coast from one fishing town to another. This is the 4th town we've searched so far. It's about time we actually found something. Damn. So, Cersei, what's the situation? Want to give it a try? Oh, really? Will it still work if it's me? Jeez Louise! Hi, Jabber! I'll still be holding the pendulum, but you can see for yourself if you'd like. Calling me intrigued, I'm in! Alright, just like this. We're holding hands. I shouldn't imply anything with that, because I think they're literally related. I'll hold the pendulum. Direct me to move in different directions to see where it reacts. You're saying too many words. Very well, bring it on! The pendulum won't respond right away, so the trick is to point it in one direction and wait a while. Once you find the spot where it reacts the strongest, just shout, you figured it out. It's moving right now, Cersei! What can I say, Hana? You were a mermaid for this game. Good job. Clap, clap. Got it. When it comes to yelling, I'm your guy. Whee! I'm just imagining that Cersei's just like on Avi's back. What if she's out to the ocean? That was so loud, actually. That scared the shit out of me. Figuratively. Not real shitting, of course. I don't know if it's actually moving or not. I feel like it's not swaying evenly, so I feel like it's directing me one direction, but I have no clue. Oh, here we go. I found it! Oh, hold on. Right! Stop moving, goddammit! There! Right there! Into the fucking stone. What do you mean? You're telling me spinning in circles is not strong enough a reaction? Alright, whatever. What kind of reaction do you want? Like, it's... What else could it be? I can't go any higher. Can we get much higher? So high. Like, I don't, is it not that? Bruh. Oh shit! What about this one? Bro, if that wasn't it, I had to look 3 centimeters to the left. You got it! So that means it's somewhere up there? Well, it may still be a bit further out, but at least we figured out what direction to go. I knew it was about time we hit the right spot. Alright, let's follow this thing and see where it leads us. Right. Wrong kind of wind. That was very scary. This is it. It's the apartment furthest back in this building's ground floor. Got it. Hello? Anyone home? Wow, you don't hesitate, huh? We're here on behalf of Mystery Coma. And then we kidnap her. No answer. Guess no one's home. No, I can sense a presence. Hello? We'd like to talk about the iron box. Hello? Oh, there she is. What is it? Busted down the door. Ah, you two. Avi and Cersei, is it? It's so dark in here. So you're the ones who found that iron box. Yes, that's right. Oh, I know. I think Hayase was the one who died and became the curse. So never mind. That was a very bad guess. You know, I've never talked to foreigners before. I'm so nervous. I can hardly think straight. Please, no need to be so tense, Miss Somakawa. I promise we're both harmless and cheerful. Right. Alright. Time to brain things. Allow me to emphasize what an honor it is to meet a descendant of Taishima. This face. What the fuck? She looked like she got wrinkles and shit for a second. Huh. Who's to say it's even true? I suppose your family must have lived in this town for generations. No, I moved here a couple years back. Oh, why is that? That's got nothing to do with the two of you. Ah, fair enough. Then if you don't mind me asking, do you have any other family or relatives, Miss Somikawa? Why? Apologies, I was merely wondering if there was any other descendants. Don't know, but I'm probably the only one left. That too will come to an end soon enough. Oh? What do you mean by that? No more than what I said. So, do you live here by yourself, Miss Somikawa? That's right. Alright, big thanks with that one. Where exactly did you come across the iron box? I followed this map that was in my family's possession. Supposedly it was left behind by the Onmyoji who sealed away the curse of Taishima. A man, you say? It led us to the iron box. It must have been resting at the bottom of Issei Bay. Since it's such a valuable artifact deeply connected to Taishima's long history, we felt we absolutely had to tell you about it, Miss Somikawa. Oh yeah? If I may say so, I noticed your interest in the iron box. Could it be you already knew of its existence? I didn't know it was a box, but I'd been told something still remained of the island. That makes sense. The iron lung! Speaking of that box, I don't suppose there was something inside. Yes, inside was a record detailing how Taishima was destroyed, along with the information on the curse of the raging waves. A record? Oh, allow me to fill you in on the details. Turn her into fish. That's what happens to her later, after all, right? And that sums it up. Such a horrid man, wouldn't you say? Massacring the people of Taishima because he wanted to find a mermaid that bad. The grudges left behind by the events coalesced into two separate curses, and ultimately Taishima was destroyed along with everything else. I'm sure it must have been excruciating. What the fuck was that word that I said? Excruciating? To hear the tale of how your ancestor's home was destroyed. But I believe the story should be passed down so people can learn of Taishima's true history, wouldn't you agree? And that was all recorded in that box. Yep. No, we better wait before broaching this topic. If she realizes that we're after the Tamatebako, it'll only make her more cautious. Okay, sorry. By the way, you may consider this the curious whims of a fantasy author, but would you be able to elucidate, there we go, me on some of the stories that have been passed down in your family? Now I get it. You also came here because you want to ask about mermaids, huh? Yep. Alright, you got me there, it's true. But can you blame me? As a fantasy author, it is in my blood. If mermaids truly do exist, then I must sate my curiosity. Huh, I knew it. Whatever your motives, you're not getting the Tamatebako. I'm not falling for one of Ikoma's schemes. She knew about it. Did you just say that Ikoma is after the Tamatebako? Oh, so you didn't know. Well, he is. That's exactly why I hid it somewhere no one will ever find it. I see. It must be very precious to you, then. Well, I'm relieved that iron box found its way to you, then. Huh. What this face? I'm not gonna share the family's legends of Taishima with just anyone. Deb. So... is there a curse stone inside the iron box? A curse what? Don't play dumb. There must have been one. Well, do I keep deceiving? I don't know if I want to lie to her. Yep. So you already knew about it. There was indeed a curse stone inside. Huh, that's what I thought. She sure does humph a lot. Well, how about a trade? You two want the Tamatebako, don't you? Oh, a trade? I thought we already said it. Wait, what did we say? We trade it and she turns herself into fish. I didn't think we'd be going this far out. You certainly shook me when you said we had to take a boat all of a sudden. To think the Tamatebako would be hidden at sea. What an incredible plot twist. Oh, my apologies, I guess. That's just the writer in me coming through. It's all too thrilling. You sure can talk. Oh, believe it or not, I'm actually holding back. I can actually go on and on at great length once I get started. That wasn't praise. There's nowhere to run on an island, no matter where you go. Someone's always near. It's always too loud, grating on the ears. The sea, though, once you get this far out, it's nice and quiet. Nothing but the sound of the waves, no talking, no irritating folk or commotion, holy fish swimming without a sound. What? This is fine. Stop the boat. Stop the boat. Yes, ma'am? Oh, hold up. Didn't mean to click that. So, will you tell me what you want to trade for the Tamatebako now? You've got the Forsaken Fish Curse Stone with you, right? Nope, forgot it back at the shore, my bad. Sure do. Have a good look. The Forsaken Fish Curse Stone. Looks like the real deal. Alright. You want to trade the stone for the tomate bako, right? I figured as much. Well, I'm fine with those terms. Let's do it. No, that ain't it. Oh, that ain't it? She wants him to turn her into fish for the box. Ooh. You know, I once had a sister. Her name was Mara Somikawa. Oh! Not the same person, then. Interesting. I thought they were! You say you had a sister? Does that mean? Yes, she's gone. Died in an accident at sea about 5 years ago. I see. My condolences. So there actually was another descendant. You folks seem to be pinning your hopes on me just because I'm one of the descendants. But the one who actually inherited our duty wasn't me, it was my sister. Your duty? Duty? That's right, the duty of the Taishima bloodline. It's been passed down in our family for generations. Even more a generation would be the one to handle the 4,000... Our generation would have been the one to handle the 400th year since the disaster. My grandpa always said it was particularly important. So they weren't mermaids, I see. They were actually descended. So there was a duty Taishima's descendants were meant to perform after 400 years. I was young back then. I still had dreams of my own. I wanted no part in some annoying duty, so I ran away from home the first chance I got. I pushed all that responsibility on my sister, but I knew I should have helped her. I see, so that's why your sister was the one who inherited that duty. I thought she was going to turn him down at first. Out of the ocean? This duty you mentioned, was it to break what remains of the curse of the raging waves? I suppose they were connected, but lifting the curse would have been a step along the road, but it wasn't the goal. Oh, really? Then what was it? Well, it was to return the mermaid that was left behind in Ise Bay to Ryugu. That was the real duty of Taishima bloodline. Return a mermaid. So it's true! There really was a mermaid stuck in Ise Bay because she couldn't return to Ryugu. That's right. Her name was Sobae. Sobae? Oh, she's come up- what the fuck is this butterfly? What is that? Where did this come from? You don't see that? What does that mean? There's no way there's just a butterfly flying down the middle of the ocean. Well, she's come up in our research, so she was real after all. You see, my sister that took on the family duty, it seems like she actually met Sobae herself. She got to meet the mermaid? After leaving my hometown and making a living as an alma diver, I'd all but forgotten about the duty I'd left behind. I had no idea what our duty actually entailed. When I finally learned the truth, I was crushed by regret. Regret? Why? You know. Ever since I was a little girl, I'd always been fascinated by mermaids. Understandable. I read The Little Mermaid so many times, the pages of the book had started to wear away. I could see them in my dreams over and over. Back then, I wanted nothing more than to become a mermaid. It's what led me to become an alma diver in the first place. But the true nature of the family duty is only revealed to those who inherit it. I see. What bitter irony. But couldn't you meet the mermaid after you learned the truth? My sister took pity on me and attempted to call her to meet me once in secret. My sister Mare even shared some of the things the mermaid had told her. But you know, Sobae was a cautious mermaid who never truly opened her heart to anyone but my sister. Well, the curse triggers when you're in the water. Oh. You have to be in the water. Me, on the other hand, she avoided. It was never even allowed. I was never even allowed as much of a glimpse. Quite the bitter outcome. Mare and the mermaid had grown close as friends. They trusted each other. They were inseparable. So it could be that whoever rescued Yuza was actually Sobae, maybe? But she never once showed herself to anyone other than my sister, not even a close relative like myself. So she hid herself away for 400 years. Was such caution really necessary? Your sister must have been an incredible person to earn the mermaid's trust. Though I can only imagine how hard it must have been to be rejected by an existence you so deeply admired and longed to meet. Me when Team Rocket won't come to, to say happy birthday. Mari moved to Kamishima to be closer to Ryugu, all for the mermaid's sake. And one day she got married and changed her name to Mari Minikuchi. She seemed so happy. So she got married in Kamishima. I was so jealous I couldn't think straight and ended up lashing out pretty badly. In an attempt to destroy my sister's reputation with the mermaid, I grabbed our family heirloom and ran off. Ah, the infamous Tamatebako, yes. Yeah, the mermaid was supposed to take it back to Ryugu, so our family had carefully kept it for centuries. And so the years went by. Then 5 years ago, I heard that Mare had died in an accident. That's why I came back to Toba. I thought that maybe this meant the duty would be passed on to me. Of course. But by then our parents and all our relatives had already passed away. There was no one left who knew about our duty. There was nothing I could do. I didn't know a thing, not where the mermaid was, nor how to call her. I'd given up. The butterfly again. But while I was digging around, that man Ikoma found out that I was a descendant of Taishima. Now I'm thinking this butterfly is suspicious. Who is this? Is this a familiar? Did I read that? You see, I was struggling to get by. I sold the information my sister had told me about the mermaid. Back then I was making a living by giving folks a glimpse of the Tamatebako for a ridiculous price. It's the butterfly from Kirby. I have no idea what that means. And that brings us to the present, I suppose. What is this thing? Oh, it's a Shikigami! Uh-oh. That's what I was thinking. I hope it's Cersei's, of all things. Whoa! This is what it serves. Okay. Phew. Phew. A Shikigami is what I meant. It's like a little paper familiar kind of thing. A Shikigami? When someone's name is written on a piece of paper, she can make that paper fly towards the person. They're great for delivering messages or tracking down someone. I was pretty spooked the first time I saw it, but I've gotten used to it. Okay, fine. I did just go, whoa, but not because I was actually surprised or anything. Is something wrong? Oh, it's nothing. Don't mind me. I wonder if something happened to Cersei. I'd better read the note. Let's take a look. Arnab Barnum. Ran into 2 suspicious people looking for Miss Samakawa. Oh, okay. I drove them off for now, but be careful. Seems like something happened on Cersei's end. I'd better stay alert just in case, but I don't think I'll mention this to Miss Samakawa. That'd only shake her up. It's all coming together. In other words, since your sister died in that accident, your family's duty was never fulfilled. And now you want us to go and find the mermaid for you. That ain't it. Dang. I guess it must have been about 3 months ago. I was wandering the coast alone when the mermaid Sobai appeared before me. Oh, you finally got to meet her! She told me this. The seal of Ryugu's gateway has been lifted, so I'll be returning. Your sister has done a great deal for me. I now ask that you return the Tamatebako. Wait, what? The seal was lifted? Is it perhaps why the curse of the raging waves became active again? So what about the Tamatebako? Did you return it to the mermaid? I was so overcome with emotion and excitement, I told her. I've hidden the relic. If you want it back, take me to Ryugu. You said what? Not being able to fulfill my duty had been weighing heavy on my heart. But in that moment, the pain was gone. On top of that, I figured the mermaid had come to fetch me. Being able to visit the land of mermaids, there'd be no greater happiness than that. But Sobai simply told me it wasn't possible, that she'd forfeit the relic. And with that, she was gone. Damn. Oh. So the mermaid has already returned to Ryugu then. Ever since then, all I felt was despair and regret. I'm completely empty inside. There's nothing left. Left without the box. Damn! Imagine that kind of 400-year fucking duty you gotta do, and then just don't do it. But then the Tamatebako still exists, doesn't it? It sure does, but... even with such a fancy name, in the end it's just a grimy old box. I opened it once. I was hoping there'd be some elixir of eternal youth inside or something, but it was completely empty. I see. But even so, I'd still like to trade for it. Are you sure? I don't see why, but whatever. You gotta put the meat inside. It's not like anything matters anymore. I'm just sick and tired of it all. In the end, I never did figure out what the Toba Tobacco really was. The mermaid forfeited it just like that, so maybe it never really had any meaning to begin with. So, what did you want in return? I want to do whatever it takes. To what? To become a mermaid? I fucking knew she was gonna say that shit. I'll fucking do it. Miss Samakawa, don't tell me. You want me to use the curse stone? And then she fucking died, shriveled up. Simply returning to the sea, that's my only wish. No, listen, there's nothing even remotely beautiful about the curse of the Forsaken Fish. All we'll do is turn you into some twisted half-fish monster, nothing but a grotesque imitation of a mermaid. I know. That's fine with me. This curse is the essence of that mermaid's power. I'm ready to offer up my life to her. But... you're just gonna kill her? That's what she's asking you to do. Whatever you do, I'll just be drowning myself anyway. Damn. So you won't be dirtying your hands. All you have to do is use the curse. My wish will be granted, and you would be doing me a kindness. That's all there is to it. Bet the game's gonna make me choose to do it or not, too. Just hold on a minute, okay? This is just... The Tama Tobacco is hidden beneath the floorboards of my house. Please, do this for me. Miss Samakawa, wait! Oh, she's already gone. Will she come back up if I just wait long enough? Oh. What if I think a little bit? She's nowhere to be seen, of course. She is an alma diver, after all. Is it too late to call for help? Will she even accept it? Help! Damn it, now what do I do? Should I grant her last wish? Surely no worse than, it's surely no worse than helplessly standing about as she drowns herself. Right, she was serious about this. She'd been dreaming about mermaids ever since she was little. I know exactly how that feels. It may be a curse, but still, I will honor her wishes by unleashing the mermaid's power. That's how she wanted to go. Alright, well, if Avi wants it, I might be the only one who actually understands Miss Samakawa's feelings. If I don't act now, it'll be like denying her final hope and dream. Do I even, like, have an option to not do it, to be honest? I don't think I do. It doesn't seem like I could just leave. It turns him into fish. Good job, Avi. What if it's not in her house? Oh. Get to read the Samekawa lore. Azusa. A woman living in Toba, though she occasionally does work as an alma diver, it's unclear who she is and where she came from. Says she just showed up 5 years ago, the same time as her sister died. As Mari Minakuchi's younger sister, Azusa is also a descendant of the sole survivor of Taishima following the destruction of Taishima. The Samakawa line hid themselves away, living for generations in a small village within the city of Shima. For all intents and purposes, it appeared that Azusa's wish had been granted. However, upon returning home following her parents' deaths, she was taken aback to learn that the family duty inherited by Mari was in itself deeply connected to mermaids. Whoa! Driven by regret over what she perceived as a life of wrong choices and consumed by her obsession, she threw herself into Ise Bay and surrendered herself to the curse, ultimately dying due to its effects. Her form, writhing in the agony brought on by her sudden transformation, bore no resemblance to the mermaids she had once so admired as a child. Yet it is said that the expression on her face when her body was discovered a day later in Furamigagaura seemed somehow content. Damn. I was about to say, I was like, didn't they say something about her expression when they found her fish corpse? After that? a box! It doesn't even look natural here. It's the same portrait of the box, just in his portrait. We managed to quietly retrieve the Tomate Baku from beneath the floor of Miss Somakawa's house. All that was left to secure was the dream of immortality. All that was left to secure the dream of immortality was to obtain mermaid flesh. Since Solbaya had already returned to Ryugu, we placed our hopes on the last remaining mermaid, Nagame. But we had to act fast, otherwise Ikoma or even those Paranormal Affairs Bureau psychics would get in our way. It might have been the after effects of using the curse, but I got sick the next day and had to spend a full day bedridden in the end. How pathetic. That's when I heard news that 2 female divers had gone missing near Toba. The fact that I've been involved in both incidents makes me feel even worse. He was involved in one? Or both? Hold on. Who was the other one? When Cersei heard the news, she just mumbled something with an unreadable expression on her face. I had no choice. There was simply no other way. Or at least that's what I kept telling myself as I struggled to get out of bed. Ooh. The next day, August 7th, we set out to gather more information on Nagame and the other mermaids. Oh, never mind. The first one was the one that was hired to go find the box in the first place. That is right. We traveled to Kamishima, the island where Mare Somikawa, or rather Mare Midikuchi, used to live. Yeah, I also forgot about that one. What's this now? Alright, look at that! Best buds! This music kills me. I'm curious as to who this ultimate best bud is here. And how they're best buds with this one guy that apparently just fucking hates their guts. I'm excited. How many birds have I missed so far? What if there was one in the ocean? Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, that that music is a bop. My theory is that it's still the storyteller putting those up. Finally, after a long, arduous journey, we have arrived at the fabled island of Kamishima. Are you alright? You don't look so good. You mean you're completely fine? The whole area is literally oozing cursed energy. Oh, Jujutsu Kaisen. I didn't think it was so bad before. Is it getting stronger? Can't you dispel curses? Minor ones, sure, but this is on a whole other level. I see. It might be best we don't stay here too long then. Let's just ask around as much as we can, then when you feel like you've reached your limit, make sure to tell me, okay? Got it. I'll do my best. Alright, let's start by asking the locals about mermaid legends first. I'd like to ask around to see if anybody knew Mare Minakuchi as well. That's the plan, let's move! Mew, mew. Oh. Well, that was a fast chapter, wasn't it? Whoa! Uh-oh. So this one is split up. And now we have... Hold on, this is the happy timeline! Okay, we're doing good. This is the one where they all have fun and happiness forever. Alright, time to go back after our little dive. So... what's this important thing you have to do, Yusa? Sounds like it must be a pretty big deal. It is. I just hope you'll believe me. Listen and don't fly off the handle. Blah, 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 blah. Huh? I wish I could- Whoa! Hello again, Mr. Storyteller. Please forgive the interruption. I have an important announcement to make. The moment you have been waiting for has arrived. Everything is ready for you to proceed. On August 7th, upon returning to Kamishima after his dive, Yusa Minakuchi embarks on the fight of his lifetime. When unbeknownst to him, at this precise moment in time, a slew of predicaments would await him everywhere he turned. This music is so intense. As for this really important thing he has to do, that is of course preventing the tragedy at Kamishima from coming to pass. The advent of the 400-year-old curse of the raging waves draws nearer Kamishima with every passing moment. Even so, do try to remember that Yuza's true aims are to locate a mermaid and uncover the truth about his mother. Will Yuza Minakuchi succeed in overcoming these challenges and fulfilling his objective, you ask? It's entirely up to you and the actions you choose to take from this moment forth. Thus concludes my announcement. I wish you good fortune. Bye, storyteller! It's so dramatic. What? You think Kikuko was plotting to work a curse that causes a massacre on their island? Why is he thinking that now all of a sudden? Yes, you might find it hard to believe, but I'm sure about this. You're gonna have to give me a second to take this in. This is way heavier than I was expecting. I mean, a curse? I know I told you about the Tomokazuki and all, but... how'd you even find out about this? Have you got any proof? The timelines are all coalescing into his brain. I saw the future with my own two eyes. Is that how this works now? Okay. Because that's definitely not how it was in the first Paranormasight. I'm afraid I don't have any proof I can show you right now. You saw the future? Yuza, if this is some kind of prank, you better cut it out right now. Seriously, this shit ain't funny. If you're just fooling around, I don't know if we can be friends anymore. Do you think it's easy for me to call someone I'm on friendly terms with a murderer? I couldn't say something like this unless I was dead certain. I need you to trust me on this, Azami, before it's too late. Oh man, you're not making this easy, Yuza. I can't just... I mean... I love Azami. Azami, put your hands on the steering wheel, goddammit! You're driving a boat! Now I understand. I won't ask you to believe me until I can present you with solid proof. Until then, I still need your help. I can't just sit back and let this happen. Alright, just like off yourself right now, I guess, and then, you know, show to him at least that you can come back to life. Okay, I won't try to stop you, but I'm not doing anything drastic till I'm sure we're doing the right thing. That's all I needed to hear. Thanks, Azami. But for real, what's gotten into you, Yuza? What do you mean? I know you're headstrong and all, but this is way beyond what I expect from you. It's like you're a totally different person. Yeah, I guess seeing the future where every bug fucking dies kind of does that to a mother bugger. Come on, you're exaggerating. I'm the same old Yuza I've always been. It's actually, I'm telling you, it's not the same Yuza. Once he saw the Tomatebako, they swapped roles. Wait, maybe that's how he saw the future, kind of. He got thrown to the bottom of the ocean in another timeline, and then that's what the- Oh shit! It's the killer! Huh? What are you two doing here? We're here to fucking kill you. And what's with that getup? Yuza, don't tell me you've been diving. Kikuko, do you have a moment? I heard you were heading out to the northern shore to fish in the bay today, so I came out to find you. That's what I'm thinking happened. So whenever he was dealt with in the alternate timeline, they probably did the same thing that happened to Sato. I couldn't remember her name for a second. So basically they put him in a trance-like state at the bottom of the fucking ocean. In which case, when he went back down there, in this timeline, he saw that timeline's version ghost, which was him from the future. And it came to... its hand was empty because what he was seeking was answers, right? So it had what he was looking for. And it put it in his brain. I don't know. That's the conclusion I'm coming to, at least. You remember the story says they hold things they wanted most, and that's how they drag you. Maybe the hand was empty because it was wanting to save it. Oh. Yeah, we kind of said the same thing. Sure. I heard you were heading out to the northern shore to fish in the bay today, so I came out to find you. Where'd you hear that? I only just decided that this morning. I didn't even tell anyone. My brain told me. Hold on! And are there any stickers? There we go! That's what I was looking for! Wow! That is a, I almost said a grackle. I don't know what kind of bird looks like a crow, but with yellow spots on it. Who is this? A mimicking menace. A mockingbird. Hold on! In the story chart. Any more? Look at him. Alright, you damn criminal. Yuzo looks like he belongs in- Yuzo, specifically. Looks like he belongs in Kamen Rider. Well, what's this all about? If you just want to talk, you can wait until after I'm done fishing. Okay. Well, what do you think? Yuzo, are you sure about this? Just so we're clear, I'm leaving the talking to you. Don't worry, I know what I'm doing. So here's the keychain that Sato gave to us at the beginning of the timeline. Oh, maybe it's still ours. I'm not sure what I'm thinking just now. Azami looks a little too mid. I mean, he kind of looks basic, but I don't think he looks bad. He definitely has that kind of like best friend guy, you know, aesthetic. He's got that right, at least. Alright, well, start fishing, bitch. Kikuko is looking at us suspiciously, but I guess that's to be expected. We surprised her here alone after all. What do you think she's gonna go fishing for? I can tell Azami is trying to believe in me. That's a good start, at least. We're on the northern side of Kamishima. Not many people come here to fish. Oh, my nose is running. Yeah, can you drown this chick for the sake of the world? Oh shit, I clicked it without seeing, because I think drown was what got censored. It was either drown or chick that got censored, and I was trying to see which one it was. Hold on, let me brain think. Alright, this is where it all begins. This is my chance. I have to find a way to change the future. I don't have any evidence, and I doubt I can just talk Kikuko out of this. You don't do something like that on a whim. Whatever her motives are, they must be powerful. Even if I somehow manage to get her curse stone, there's still the risk that whatever destructive impulse has a hold on her would drive her to make the tragedy happen some other way. That's why my best bet of containing the situation is to try and distract her. I'm going to change the future, one step at a time. There's no rush after all. Since we came here instead of heading back to port, things are already different. What's this? A box of chum. You've been passing out Kamashimaru hand mirrors around to everyone, right? Yeah, I have. Sounds like someone keeps their ears to the ground. So how many have you given out? Who's got one already? I don't know. I haven't kept track or anything. But if I had to guess, I reckon it'd be about 20 or so. Wait, how many people died? Damn, how many people died in the timeline? Why though? You want one too? If so, I'll get one to you later. 16, huh? Oh, no thanks, don't worry about it. Just asking. Suit yourself. They're pretty sweet little items, if I do say so myself. Yeah, you won't get me that way, bitch. So were you really off diving? You sure you should be doing that? If Chie finds out, she'll give you an earful, no doubt about it. This kid's copying Twelly Rindo's entire flow. Rindo? Who the fuck is Rindo? Hold on, let me go look that up. I don't remember that character. Twelly? Rindo. Bugs, I got, what is it, Neo World Ends With You? Oh, that's exactly who you're talking about. Anyway, I was trying to say, I picked up that that game and I never played it. I picked it up, like, when it came out, too. I got it from, like, GameStop's buy two, get one free. And then I got really mad because it was supposed to be brand new, but it was opened with a little sticker on the fucking clasp. Don't I know it? It seems everyone thinks I bring this island bad luck just by being here. Yuza. Well, sure, some folks might say that, but it's not as if you've done anything to deserve that kind of talk. I don't see a problem with you becoming an omni diver myself. I appreciate that. Too bad I don't care what a murderer thinks! She ain't. Just today, plenty of folks told me not to go diving because the storm's on its way. But when they don't talk sense, I just ignore them, and so should you. I've been wondering. Anyone happy here on the island, Kikuko? Huh? What makes you think that? I don't know. I just get the feeling you're not planning to stay here as an awa diver forever. You're normally playing the fool, but it turns out you're pretty sharp, Yuza. That was a pretty crazy gaze she had there. Truth is, I can't help thinking of the future. You can earn a decent living as an awa diver if you know what you're doing, but all these old rules and customs tend to get in the way. I've been trying to change them here and there, but it's no good. Everyone's too stubborn to listen. I see. I'm a bug. No luck then, huh? I don't know why I'm suddenly, like so close to the screen now. I see. No luck, huh? A sniff. Mark my words, nothing's ever gonna change around here, and it's just between you and me. As much as I love being surrounded by nature on this island, the culture here just isn't for me. So that's how you feel. Honestly, I'm about ready to break ties with this place. Not that anyone else needs to know that. Don't go spreading it around now. Frankly, I had no idea you were so interested in diving, Yuza. Ay ay ay. So, Kikuko, when you left the island, you did some kind of office work, right? There we go. Huh? That's true and all, but why are you asking? I was, wondering if you might have preferred your life back then. I mean, you must have had more opportunities to meet people, go out on dates and all that. Stop right there. As if I don't hear enough of that as it is. What's that got to do with you anyway? Sorry, I didn't mean to pry. I was just wondering if you still kept in contact with anyone. Sure, a few people. Just a few. Would you say any of them had a big influence on you? Huh? Seriously, what's all this about? Oh, nothing. I was just curious. Creating small talk, I suppose. Oh, I already talked to him. There's nothing new there. What if I... McDonald's, do you want a fucking cheeseburger? June, how's it going? Welcome, my buggy. How you doing? June, we're on the final timeline, I think. The final timeline. There's only two, right? Technically. You got a good timeline and you got a bad timeline. If you have multiple bad timelines, it's still the bad timeline. It'd be pretty dope if you broke ties with this place without all the murder. Yeah, right? You could just, like, fucking leave, you know? Maybe part of her worry is that, like, unless it's dealt with, she'll like, end up... She's worried she'll resort to coming back. So, like, to actually cut off all ties, she'll have to literally cut off all the life. I don't know. Your raid is a bit buggy? Oh. What do you mean? What happened? Of course it's buggy. It's because you're here in my chat, in my stream. What were you doing? Oh, you're playing music. I don't know what the fuck happened there. But I guess some other bugs showed up, but it said there was only one. Is that what the bug was? Welcome, everybody! I'm Hanayome, I'm Orchid Mantis. We're playing Paranormasight 2. Some big stuff is coming. Yuza somehow has memories of the future. We don't know why. We have our guesses. Storyteller says that the final act is happening. He didn't say that, but that's probably what's happening. Hana, what's up, Fed? I don't know why I keep blinking so much. I don't know the answer to that. I think it's because I keep looking down and, like, the tracking is not registering my eyes very well. Because I don't think I blink as much when I stare directly into my camera. Oh, I'll take a drink. Oh yeah, I think you said that before. Anyway, Yuza broke the news to Izami that Kikuko is the murderer. That will be happening in the future, and Izami is not too sure. He says, "Are you acting sus right now? Because if you're the imposter, I'm venting right now." And we found Kikuko. And I don't know what we're doing right now. We're investigating. Listen, working for that company wasn't exactly a huge break in my career. All I did was pour tea and answer the phone. Huh. I mean, if it gets you paid. Anyway, Yuza. Did you really come all the way out here just to chat? Something like that, but I've wasted enough of your time. Thanks for hearing me out. Come on, Azami. Let's go. If you're sure. See you later, Kikuko. Damn, Bella. You digging for gold? You're scratching your ear very intensely. A zombie can't vent if uses the impossible. I was just making fucking jokes. I was just saying words from Among Us. Right. I know we just got back. But there's no time to waste. We've got to track down and collect all the Kamashimaru. That's Kamashimaru mirrors Kikuko handed out as soon as possible. Huh? Why? If I'm right, those mirrors are actually the targets of the curse. Oh! Uh-oh. I think I found out... Wait, hold on. If you look at the handle of the mirror, there's that symbol again. You know, the same symbol that was on, Ikoma's, business card. So it's not reflections, it might just be that they have to be tagged by something. So what would Tsukasa have had then? Because they trashed their mirrors, so that clearly wasn't it. What did Tsukasa have? We found out her dad, I think, is actually... Would her dad have been Ikoma, or would her dad have been, the old man? I'm sure we'll know later. I'm trying to think right now, goddammit. No way, seriously? Still, man, all this cursed business is a bit much. Well, given what people think of me, I'd have a hard time handling this on my own. I'm going to need your help, Azami. I guess we'll have to try and convince everyone the mirrors are defective or something, but we'd better not let Kikuko know what we're up to. Yuza. I want to believe you, and I'd like nothing more than to help you out. But before I lift a finger, there's something I gotta know. Alright. See, I got a pretty good idea what made you change out of the blue like this. You do? When you were diving before, and you came face to face with the Kazuki, something happened, didn't it? You haven't been the same since then. Since the 2 seconds before. And come to think of it, does this have anything to do with your search for a mermaid? You're right. I should have told you the full story to begin with. I've been in such a rush, I got ahead of myself. I've been in such a rush that I can't talk. You're right, something did happen to me. And I'll tell you all about it right now if you want to hear. I'm all ears. First of all, tracking down a mermaid is still my end goal. That hasn't changed. At least something's still the same. But what I'm trying to do right now, what the fuck? What I'm trying to do right now started when I found out about the danger of Kamashima's, and I realized it had to do something. Oh my god. I realized I had to do something to prevent it. Are you with me so far? Sure. If I knew the island was in danger, I'd want to protect it too. But how did you find out about that anyway? Earlier you said you saw the future. When did that happen? It was when I encountered the Tomokazuki. The moment our hands touched, everything went dark and the future unfolded before me. Huh. So it was kind of like a vision from the Tomokazuki? A warning? It's exactly what it felt like. A stream of images filled my mind at once, together with a rush of understanding. Oh, you know what? I didn't quite think about it, but whenever we touched hands and we had that like little temporary credits, there was a bunch of images, right? I didn't pay attention to what they were because I was just so excited that we got our first ending, kind of. Our first death. So, but that's probably what that was. Yeah, interesting. With the rush of understanding, it's like they were imprinted into my memory. Oh, I skipped that. What do you say? I don't know how it works. But I believe what I saw. I know what's going to happen here on Kamishima if I don't do something to change it. So that's what started this, huh? I think the best way to prove this would be to go approach Chie and then have this conversation again that we went ama diving and whatnot. Yuza, did you know there was a Tomokaze key there? Is that why you picked that spot to dive? No, it's like I told you, I was hoping to find a clue there since that's the spot where I encountered a mermaid once before. I never would have dreamed I'd end up seeing a vision of tragedy like that. For all I know, this might have nothing to do with mermaids at all. But now that I know about it, I can't just forget it, can I? Of course not, and now that I know the full story, you can count on my help too. So seeing as Kikuko is the culprit, I'm guessing we need to collect those hand mirrors to save everyone. He's just so accepting, like, this is weirdly supernatural and he just accepts it. Oh shit, my Tama! Hold on. I forgot I was starving him a little bit so I could get some meat ready. So we could eat some meat. Alright, he's pretty well starved. Hold on, let me feed my Tama real quick. I gotta make him a meaty meal. Oops, I clicked the wrong one. I gotta go to the shop, to the minigame. It's okay, because we're in an ad right now. He's a proper G, he's the best wingman. He really is. Alright, for my Tama, Dinder. Weirdly supernatural, paranormal, if you will. Yeah, I'd say. Yeah, but she's not the only threat. There's more to this. More? There's There are actually 2 calamities on the horizon for Kamishima today. 2? You gotta be kidding me. The first is the massacre caused by Kikuko's curse. And the second is the curse of the raging waves, which has been brewing up a violent storm for the last 400 years. It's going to hit the island tonight. Ah! Look at him. Oh, you've lost me again. I can't keep up. For starters, why is all this happening on the same day? I don't know. I get the feeling it's just an unfortunate coincidence. And there would have been nothing we could do about it either, but since I've been forewarned, I have a chance to prevent it. I'll explain the rest on the way. There's no time to lose. We have to track down every last one of those mirrors. Timeline. What? Oh, the alternate? We somehow went alternate timelines here. For these characters, too. Hold on, birds! What? He's just here. He's just a guy. A chirpy and cheerful member of Blue's Brutal Beaks Hoodlum Gang. Having taken a liking to tit for tat. Wait, has he? It doesn't say he's interested in tit for tat. I guess they're not just best buds, more like acquaintances. And in his rambunctious ways, he spends his time regaling anyone who will listen with tales of tit for tat's exploits, made all the more colorful by his skill at mimicry. A habit which has only contributed to the diminutive delinquent's infamy. This music is throwing me off. Oh, it tells you what kind of birds they are. There we go. A hill mina. What's a hill mina? This one's a long-tailed tit. A tern. A gray heron. Oh, I thought he was a blue heron earlier. A black kite. A frigate bird. Mandarin duck. Oh wait, I think I knew this because oh wait, no, I didn't. I just knew this was a booby. It's a brown booby! My favorite's the blue-footed booby. Professor! Hello! And a plover, that's what they're called. Plovers. Professor, thank you for the raid! Welcome, everybug! My name's Hanayome, I'm an orchid mantis. Yeah, check out my boobs and my tits. Pretty crazy. This music's sick. Anyway, we're in hopefully the winning timeline. Are you having fun playing Pokemon? Alright, so we're gonna go... I don't know why, but Arnab's... Arnab's timelines are so boring to me. We're gonna go Yumeko. We'll go Shiki. You need a nap? We'll have a good one. Rest well. More Pokemon for later. Hello, Sodo! Now then, as much as I'd like to relax and enjoy our surroundings, shall we take this chance to review the current situation and talk about our next move? A sound idea, yes. First, defective. More like ace defective. Detective Ide contacted us this morning, informing us that a mermaid corpse had washed up in Futagamura. Oh, okay, bye, Baku. I can't believe this. However, when we went to investigate, we discovered that the corpse was in fact of Miss Somikawa, whose whereabouts we were looking into. She had been transformed into a fish by a curse. Quite the troublesome development. She was shaping up to be a key figure in a number of incidents. With that in mind, the most likely culprits are the two foreigners we ran into the day before yesterday in Ichiga. Yes, one of them was seen taking Miss Somikawa out to sea by boat. I regret not doing more to pursue them at the time. It's possible we could have saved her if we had. Bella, you have tiny head. You have tiny head syndrome. What does that mean for you? I'm sorry, that was poor judgment on my part. Then the other half of the pair was a young exorcist with ties to paranormal affairs. I believe her name was Cersei, yes? That's also quite worrying. I wonder what she could be up to. You're so cute, Bella. If it turns out she's been using curses on ordinary people, we at Paranormal Affairs will probably be held responsible. Well, luckily I don't think she's been doing that. If anything, like, these two have been using more curses on somewhat ordinary people. Though I doubt the Bureau would agree to act as a custodian for someone who would behave so recklessly. I'd like to believe some manner of circumstances are at hand, yes. Well, I suppose if anything happens, I can just get the higher-ups to take responsibility. That's what higher-ups are for, aren't they? Being responsible for their subordinates. I think you'd find that's a saying used by superiors as a goal, not by subordinates to shirk responsibility. Why am I looking all the way up here? Hold on! We're getting close to the end of the game. There's one! Let's go! I was like, that means more birds gotta pop up. I don't know what this is. A blues cruise. Are they allowed to do that? I should always use my ability to just look for birds. What if I look at Soda one day and he's an immortal? Despite our abilities, I doubt that girl would be able to use the curse of the Forsaken Fish. Regardless of who wielded it, I think it's safe to say that a curse stone was involved. Agreed. We have two people from the same town falling victim to the same curse after all. I think it's reasonable to assume this was due to overzealous use of a curse stone. Yes, the first victim was Tomiko Suma, who succumbed to the curse 2 days ago. The second was Miss Somikawa from yesterday. The state they were found in hasn't been publicly disclosed, so they're still being officially treated as missing. Still, a curse stone housing the curse of the Forsaken Fish, huh? Is something wrong? The curse of the Forsaken Fish is one of the curses mermaids can use, you see. For it to have become a curse stone, the mermaid in question must have experienced overwhelming resentment. An example might be if they were killed while bearing a powerful grudge against someone. That sounds like it would be a rare event indeed. Why do I get the feeling there was a mermaid who died like that, though? Died like what? Being turned into fish? Who was it again? I feel like it's the name's on the tip of my tongue. Could it be a memory from that time? Although I imagine many of your older memories have faded by now. Does she have the ability to see more immortals because she's immortal too then? What? If that's a reveal, that's a pretty crazy one. We can't look at ourselves after all. But they were... That's... Oh my lord. Would Sato have recognized her then? No, Sato questioned it, I think. Hold up. This is so wild to me. What was the name of the mermaid who died while harboring strong... okay, well, I thought it was Hayase before. Was the descendant, but then I think I was confusing it for the mermaid that actually got captured. So let's just say Hayase again. Hayase? There we go. That's right, her name was Hayase. I can't believe it, I'd completely forgotten. But it just suddenly popped into my head. Oh, so there was a mermaid who died like that, was there? Or maybe she's just remembering stories, I don't know. It was, I finally remember. One of the mermaids who lived near Taishima 400 years ago was called Hayase. Yumeko was married to her job. Who? This one? This woman? Hi, Phantorum! She was captured during the invasion of Taishima and died after being brutally tortured. This is the first I've heard of mermaids living near Taishima. Is it the first time? Like, Avi and the others have a whole bunch of lore they've been reading, and it's... Oh wait, hold on. I think the story of the mermaids was said by Ikoma. That's right. It's not a. It wasn't a commonly told story. All right, your ancestor Harukage Tsuchimikado must have left them out of his records. The reason Taishima was invaded in the first place was to find those mermaids. You see. I see. I was unaware of the exact reason for the invasion. It's understandable. A deliberate effort was made not to mention mermaids in any of their records left after the fact. I suppose hiding the map inside a mermaid mummy was intended to be a metaphor of sorts. I can't believe I'd forgotten something so important. But if that curse stone is related to what happened on Taishima 400 years ago, it likely has some link to the curse of the raging waves as well. If we can view the memories contained in it, we might be able to learn more about the curse of the raging waves. Oh. I wonder. Could the keepsake Harukage left behind using the map have been the cursed stone housing the curse of the Forsaken Fish? I see. That's certainly a possibility. In that case, it's not unthinkable someone might have gotten a hold of it recently, and there's a high chance it was those two foreigners. Alright, we've narrowed down our focus. It seems a change in priorities is needed. Let's find the cursed stone for the curse of the Forsaken Fish as soon as possible. That should be the most efficient course of action, I think. Agreed. The most efficient. It's looking increasingly like that pair of foreigners as the cursed stone. Yes, we did just go to Ichika to see if we could find any leads on whether they could have, where they could have headed. Unfortunately, we weren't able to find anything promising. Wonder where they could have gone. We also still don't know why they approached Miss Somikawa. Could they be after the mermaid's relic? If I'm not mistaken, that girl Cersei did mention the relic. Were they looking to take it for themselves? But where could they have headed afterwards? The Venn diagram of people circling real. Kamishima is the only answer I got. Kamishima. That's where they are. What? Kamishima? I thought we decided we weren't going there today. We failed to find any promising leads yesterday, after all. No, something's telling me they went to Kamishima, and I get the feeling this is a hunch I shouldn't ignore. Alright, let's head to the port in Toba City. We'll catch a ferry to Kamishima from there. So who's this guy? Maybe... There was the guy who called Sato, right? Telling... I'm so confused. Oh, no. So yeah, there was a guy who called Sato. Telling her to give herself up, basically, right? We still don't know who that guy is yet. Oh. Kameshimaru. Well, so much for that. Even after everything we went through, we've got nothing to show for it. It's almost astounding how little we managed to learn, like some reverse miracle. Worse, I think rumors spread and now everyone is avoiding us. This is the pickle. I can't even bring up mermaids without the islanders looking at me like some odd foreigner just lost his marbles. And for some reason, mentioning Laura Minikuchi makes things even worse. Did people hate her or something? Just hearing her name makes them recoil in undisguised disgust. Yes, I noticed that too, so your way of asking probably doesn't help much. Well, how about we take a break from investigating and go for a little sightseeing instead? Seems like there's a shrine and a lighthouse around here. We might as well just drop by. Count me in. To be honest, the way people are treating us is starting to bum me out. Maybe heading to the lighthouse to unwind a bit wouldn't be such a bad idea. Let's go to the jetty. No, we must go to the jetty, and that's that. Oh, okay. Guess we're not going to the lighthouse. Don't scare me like that. What's gotten into you all of a sudden? Hold on. Timelines are changing, and I'm getting brain stuff. Reverse miracle technique learning, fuck all. The waves of my yearning soul keep crashing against my chest, insisting I seek out the shore. Right, sure, the usual then. It's like some sort of weird cordyceps where instead of seeking a high tree branch, you go to the shore instead. Well then, off we go! Into the jetty. We're gonna go find the mirror. Oh wait, no, this is where Yuza the other- oh, hold on, wrong one. Oh, looks like we got ourselves a spunky young lady here. Maybe we should have a word with her. Oh, she wanted to meet the foreigners! Well, here they are. Alright, this could be our last chance. Let's give it our all. Excuse me, can we speak with you for a moment? Cersei, no! There's no way she would want to talk to us if we're that forward. His reaction. Foreign visitors, how unusual. And your names are Abi and Cersei? Welcome to Kamishima. My name's Kikuko. I'm an Alma diver. Kikuko, the Alma diver. Such a pleasure to meet a charming young lady in a place like this. Charming young lady, you say? Oh my. Well, now you're allowed to ask me anything you like. Alright, get talking oh, hold on. Look at the fucking bit rate on these waves, goddamn. Hold on. Take a look at this. You see how the business card has the mark on it? I figured I might be able to use it later, so I held on to it. Uh-oh. Does he maybe give Tsukasa the business card? How sussed. If so, that's my idea. This may be a bit out of nowhere, but you don't happen to know anything about mermaids, do you? Huh? Mermaids? Oh, so you do know something. When you say mermaids, you mean mermaids, right? The mythical creatures? Precisely! The very same. Rumor has it that this island houses some kind of secret connection of mermaids, but I have not been able to ascertain whether it's true or not. So tell me, any mermaid secrets about? Are you saying you really came all the way out here to look for mermaids? Any chance you have had any murderous intent just to leave the island? More or less, so any information you may have would be a huge help. Sorry, I don't really have anything for you. I do happen to be a little interested in mermaids myself. Fantastic! Another fan entranced by the mysterious. They say that eating the flesh of a mermaid will grant you immortality, right? That's right. Could you perhaps be interested in immortality as well? I guess so. Not for myself, though. Oh? Not for herself, though. There's still some stuff about Kikuko we do not know. So you mentioned that this island has some sort of connection to mermaids? More than just a little interested, are you? Oops! Well, in fact, right here in Issei Bay there used to be. Wow, some mermaids used to live on this Taishima place. Sorry, that was weird. That was a yawn. Do you think there's there may still be some clues here in Kamishima that will lead you to the mermaids in Ryugu? Nail on the head and right on the bottom. The button, not bottom. Unfortunately, I can't say that I've heard any mermaid stories on this island before. Oh, pity. So you're an active Alma diver then? Are there many young divers these days? Not really. The younger generation doesn't really go for diving anymore. It just makes more sense to pursue higher education. I see. It's a real shame to see such a long-standing tradition slowly fade away. Well, it is quite dangerous after all. Can't really blame them for choosing safer options. Just the other day, I heard 2 Amba divers went missing around Toba. Oh. You don't say. Speaking of Amba divers. I heard Amba divers have a legend that if you go diving around here, there's a chance that Tomokazuki might emerge from the depths. Oh, Cersei, enough with the ghost stories! You sure know a lot, don't you? You're right, it's a well-known legend. Not that I've seen it with my own eyes or anything. I don't know anyone who has either. Huh. Maybe your Seimon and Dolmen symbols have kept you safe. Oh, those? I don't have any. I don't really go in for superstitions like that. Are you really okay without them? I think it's no more than an old tradition meant to remind us not to forget our gratitude and respect towards the sea. All those old-fashioned rules and traditions. Don't you think it's about time for a reform? But isn't freediving close to a Shinto ritual in spirit? Isn't showing reverence and offerings to the sea god crucial? Well, you're pretty devout for a foreigner. I'm impressed. But you know, I believe it's exactly because of tedious customs like that that young people are losing interest in diving. We should keep up with the times, otherwise there's no way this tradition will survive. Well, now that's very level-headed thinking. Maybe it's because I'm part of the so-called new generation. Some people don't like my attitude, but I get the job done. Some of the young divers go to high school in the mainland and then work as Amba divers when they return home. I guess there's also that guy who just started working as an Amba diver here. I saw him earlier. I didn't realize men could become Amba divers too. It's not like it's forbidden. It's pretty rare though. This is the first time I've ever seen it happen. Are you referring to you as just some guy that she met offhandedly? It's all because the younger generation hasn't seen the Grand Blue Dreaming. That shit would make me want to be a diver. The Grand Blue Dreaming, I have no idea what you're talking about. It's because they haven't watched One Piece. Interesting. Mare Minakuchi. Alright, actually, there's someone we're looking for on this island. Would you mind if we asked you about them? Sure. Who is it? A woman named Mare Minakuchi. See, that's exactly how everyone else around here has been reacting when we ask about her. Oh, it's an anime about diving. Oh. No, it's just... I'm sorry, but that woman died in an accident at sea 5 years ago. Ah, yes, we were well aware that she had passed away. Huh? Then why did you ask? Did she leave anything behind, or was there perhaps someone who was close to her? Anything like that? Sorry, I've got no idea. Nobody on this island really knew her. Although her son has just recently returned to the island. Actually, the guy I was talking about earlier, the new Amba diver, that's her son. Her son, you say? Now it's getting interesting. We'd certainly like to meet him. Do you know where he is? Sorry, no idea. He's gotta be somewhere around the island. His name is Yuza Minakuchi. I'll give you his home address. You might be able to find him there. Wow, thank you. This is invaluable information. I did think they were casually talking to him before. Did he say his name before, actually? Whenever they first talked? By the way, you wouldn't happen to know why everyone is frantically dodging her questions about Mare Minakuchi, would you? Was she such a terrible person? It's something people don't really like to talk about. She didn't fit in much with the other islanders. No one knew much about her either. Why are you so interested in her anyway? Well, this is kind of a secret, but... it seems that Mare Minakuchi had some sort of connection to the mermaids. Huh, you don't say. I see, so that's why. Oh, did you remember something? Not really. It's just that I always thought she was a little off, almost as though she wasn't actually human. Wasn't she? Weren't they saying that she was actually human, though? Maybe not. Who knows? So you're saying Mari might not have actually been human after all? That she was actually a mermaid? Huh? No way, I was just joking. She was kind of weird, sure, but a mermaid? That's a bit far-fetched, don't you think? Right. Well, you dumb bitch. How dare you deceive me like that? Cersei, what do you think? She's the most approachable out of all the people we talked to, by far. Maybe this time we'll actually learn something. It's a little sad to be this happy just because someone finally agreed to talk to us. I wonder who's to blame for that. What? You're saying it's my fault? Alright. Time to do a little thinking, maybe. Any bird stickers out here, maybe? What the fuck is that? There's a hole in the wall here. Cersei's just like, Boo, 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 boo. Why do I feel that sudden urge to go to the jetty earlier? Thanks to that, we ended up running into Kikuko. Kikuko, what do you think of this? Do, 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 do. What do I do with all this not information? This jetty was built to break the waves so fishing boats can come in and safely unload their catch. Then I suppose jet planes have nothing to do with it. Yeah, the jetty is where jet planes land. No, not at all. The structure over in the distance is called a breakwater, built to keep the waves out. Seems like it's also a popular fishing spot. What else have I not thought about? What if I use the curse on her right now? Come to think of it, I completely forgot about the still-tide mirror that Ikoma told us to look for. Guess I'll just try my luck and ask. Alright, since my brain brought it up. Have you heard about this? Oh, right, I just remembered. There's a particular mirror on this island that we're looking for. Do you happen to know anything about that? A mirror, you say? Uh-oh! Well, well, you've come to the right woman. Oh, you know it? Luck's finally on our side. Could it be that you're talking about this? Ta-da! Goodness, that's the cutest mirror I've ever seen. This is the famous Kamishima souvenir, the Kamishimaru hand mirror. I had no idea it'd become so famous. No way. Could this be the still-tide mirror? Definitely not. Right. Oh, this isn't the one you're after? Oh, well, since you seem to have taken a liking to it, I'd still love to let you have it. Consider it a memento of our meeting today. They might see the symbol on the card. Yeah, I'm gonna decline that. Actually, you can hold on to that. Actually, I changed my mind. I don't need it after all. You sure? It's free, you know. Well, when you put it like that, I think I really don't want it. No! I'm sure I absolutely decline. Okay, sure. If you feel that strongly about it, I won't press you. Ha! Anyway, what we're looking for is actually a bronze mirror. A bronze mirror? Bronze ore? You mean the type you see in history books? Yeah, probably. Something like that. No, I can't say I know anything about that. Shame. Phew! I dodged a bullet with that one. I've never heard anything about a bronze mirror on this island. Oh, that reminds me. I caught a glimpse of something inside your bag earlier. Uh-oh. Was that by chance the tamatebako? What? Sorry, I just happened to notice. And judging by your reaction, I'd say I'm right. That's what I get for fucking rummaging around in my bag earlier. Damn it! I didn't think it'd be that noticeable. A glimpse alone shouldn't have given it away that it was the tamatebako. My initial guess was just a bluff, but Avi's reaction confirmed it. Cersei, I'm sorry. I flipped up. Hold on, we gotta repeat the timeline. Kikuko, why the interest in the tamatebako? It's some kind of ancient mermaid treasure, right? Ma, you're well informed. Would you be willing to hand it over to me? I'll make sure it's worth your while. Huh? You see, I know someone who's ridiculously rich and in search of eternal life. They'd be willing to pay a small fortune for that thing. They'll offer the kind of money you probably only get to see once in a lifetime. So what do you say? Whoa, slow down. Avi? Much more than some third-rate writer like yourself could earn in a lifetime. Wow! You know what, Kikuko? Fuck you, I'm leaving. I don't know what you could possibly need the tamatebako for anyway, but wouldn't you like to move up in the world? I believe I understand your offer, Kikuko. But my answer is no, not a chance. No way, no how. It's never been about money, it's about the thrill, the adventure. Adventure? Exactly. Embarking on a journey to unravel the secret of the mermaid's immortality. What better adventure could a man ask for? You may call me a romantic, and that's what I am. An adventurer at heart. You've totally lost me. You're throwing this chance away for some childish adventure? You wouldn't understand. I'd put my life on the line to find a mermaid. I'm not handing the box over. I see. Seems there's no reasoning with you. Time to hand over your life then, bitch. Ugh. Ugh. It'd be so much easier if you had it. Had it? Huh? Why'd you have to refuse the mirror? This would have been so much easier. The mirror? I don't know. I just felt like the right thing to do. Why do you ask? Are things not going as planned? I'm not sure what's going on, but I feel like we might have just narrowly escaped danger. Sounds like if we had the mirror on us, she would have been able to steal the Tamatebako. I'd like to get more information out of her, but it seems as though she's plotting something. So maybe she has to have the knowledge that we have this symbol on us? If it is the symbol, I feel like it is. In that case. And she doesn't... I don't know. She was definitely just trying to kill him right there. That's crazy. So why don't you enlighten us? Who told you about the Tamatebako? Who knows? Think you'll get it out of me with that attitude? She still hasn't given up on the Tamatebako. Yeah, because she asked about a lighter or something, or a match or something, right? In the first game, I can't remember. All right, Cersei, what do you think? Use your magic. Avi, focus. I need you to listen to me without taking your eyes off Kikuko. Huh? Oh, got it. I'm pretty sure she has a curse stone. What? What's this all about? I couldn't tell right away because I can't look away, apparently. I'm too scared. Because it was masked by the heavy veil of cursed energy that's all over the island, but on closer inspection, the curse stone's aura is impossible to conceal. Huh? Sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. I guess she's not being quiet about it, huh? What if the condition to activate her curse was holding onto one of those mirrors? Then we can relax, right? The condition isn't met. Well, only if the mirror was all there is to it. As long as we don't know for sure what the condition is, we need to stay on high alert. Hey, Kikuko, I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. Yeah? I too have a curse stone! Woo! Ta-da! What are the odds? Turns out we both get curse stones. This one's called the Curse of the Forsaken Fish. When its conditions are met, it transforms you into a fish and kills you. Pretty messed up, huh? What? Avi, are you sure? You were planning to use your curse stone on us to steal the Tamatebako, weren't you? Oh my god, it's just like the first game all over again. But your curse stone requires us to have one of those hand mirrors, am I right? On the other hand, I can use my curse stone on you whenever I so please. Wow, he's fibbing. He's out here fucking lying. You're bluffing. Your curse stone must have a condition, too. Yeah. Who's to say it hasn't already been met? Now, cease your scheming and tell us what you know. Avi's so smart. Do you really have the resolve to kill someone with a curse? Bitch, I've already done it. Well, I'm not exactly keen on it, but I am prepared to defend my life if necessary. Really? I was expecting that from such a kind gentleman. I wasn't expecting that from such a kind gentleman. You look like you wouldn't hurt a fly. Indeed, my heart is pure, but trust me, I am quite capable. Experience has hardened my resolve. Huh? You're saying you've actually used it before? At this point, what difference does one more death to the tally make? My hands are already stained. Damn, so you're a proper criminal. Maybe I should report you to the cops. Be my guest. I wonder which is faster, my curse or your phone call. Take that. What about your lady friend? Well, are you okay with this? I'm afraid there's no restraining Avi. I've pretty much given up on him at this point. So it'd be great if you could just give up and hand over the curse stone. What the fuck is this? You guys are absolutely insane. She said the F word. Bugs, what's the rating on this game? Come on now, I think we can agree. We both have our we both have our issues. Gabe, you're missing out on the good shit. Kikako said fuck. Hold on, I gotta readjust my chair. We're at a stalemate. Now I can try to extract some more information out of her. Good job, Cersei, making her believe I've lost it. Very convincing. He took his eyes off her! Actually, maybe a little too convincing. Does she really think I'm that crazy? Whatever, I got more important things to focus on now. Alright, look. Seems like you're just as dead set on the Tama Tobacco as I am. This standoff won't get us anywhere. Why don't you tell us about your motivation? Maybe we'll be able to find a compromise. What's the story about? What's the story not about? I don't know what to tell you. Mermaids is the biggest answer there. There you go. It's about mermaids. There's mermaids and death and the paranormal and bad timelines. I feel like this game is a little less meta in its gameplay compared to the first one. But, you know, lots of reading. It's hard to say what it's about specifically. Compromise? Say, for example, if granting your wish were to stir the spirit of adventure with me, I cannot hand over the Toma Tobacco, but perhaps I'd be willing to let you borrow its power of immortality. I've got no romantic tale for you. I just told you I want to get that rich person what he's looking for so he can see how important I am to him. That's all there is to it. Oh, important, you say? How is that? Because I'm his illegitimate child. Oh my lord! A second one? Oof. But he simply refuses to admit it. Whenever I do, he won't even acknowledge my existence. I can't believe there's two of them. I mean, just look at me. I must be a disgrace in his eyes. But a woman like me shouldn't be wasting her life away on some backwater island. I was born of noble blood. I wasn't meant to rot in this miserable place. Yet he cast me aside and refuses to even acknowledge my existence. It's humiliating. So your father's some rich man. Yeah, there's hardly anyone in Isashima who doesn't know the name Yoshiatsu Yamashina. It's a noble bloodline stretching back centuries, and here I am stuck in this wretched life. Yamashina, eh? I've done everything in my power to earn his recognition. I gave it my all to make it in the big city, and for what? Nothing. Nothing I tried worked out. In the end, I had to come crawling back to this island trying to make ends meet as an Ama diver. I still kept telling myself that someday, somehow... I see. So you figured that since Yamashina is seeking immortality, you could leverage the box to get what you want at the same time. Yeah, I used to work at this small company. The young CEO of the place is basically Yamashina's protege. Oh. I guess he felt sorry for me, so he let it slip that Yamashina was after immortality. Interesting. And was he the one who told you about the cursed stone and the Tama Tobacco as well? Yeah. Since even Yamashina doesn't know about this, he suggested I use it to my advantage and take the credit. He gave me the cursed stone and told me to use it wisely. So now we know, I guess, it's the protege. Specifically. Originally, I had planned on offering something different to Yamashina, but now that I've got a chance for the Tama Tobacco, that's my best option. Oh, how intriguing. So you wanted to trade the Tama Tobacco for Yamashina's recognition. That's right. See, I knew we were never going to find a compromise. True, it's a compelling story, but it's missing a certain adventurous allure. That company president you mentioned, how come he knew about the Tama Tobacco and the cursed stone? Just who exactly is he? I was wondering the same thing. Of course you were. He's an incredible person after all. Mr. Kipe Ikoma is an amazing man. It's thanks to him I got a chance to make my dream come true. So it was Kipe? We know about Kipe, right? Kipe Ikoma. Or at least we've heard the name before. Yeah, we haven't officially met this guy yet, because I was thinking of, This guy, Yoshiatsu Yamashina, right? Oh, here he is. Oh, my dumbass. I knew his name Ikoma. Oh, so Ikomo's the protege, huh? Even says he's the CEO of a business. Two and two did not come together until I was a fucking idiot, apparently. And Gabe missed the important information. Oh! Did you just say Ikoma? Y'all better toss that fucking business card right the fuck now, I'm telling you. We should probably get rid of that. Keep it Ikoma, you say, from solo planning? Huh? You know Mr. Ikoma? Indeed. Just met him the other day. In fact, I even got his business— Oh. Avi. Don't say that. Oh, shit. You have Mr. Ikoma's business card? Perfect. Wait, then that business card you took out earlier was his? That's right. You want to see it? No, it's fine. You should hold on to that. We should not hold on to that. If you say so. Yeah, I fucking knew it. Huh? Maybe we shouldn't have brought up Ikoma at all. A cursed echo? Yes. Did we mess up? Absolutely, you're fucking dead. Too late. Plug us a staring guide his path and with thy merciful hand protect him. Why? Is it working? You have Mr. Ikoma's business card. The conditions should have been met, so why? Yikes, I thought it was done for. You were? I'm sorry, all I can do is delay the curse. Oh, he's dead. I can't dispel it. It's going to take effect in 1 minute, so you need to do something before then. Toss the card! Huh? Like what? I don't know. A curse is dispelled by eliminating its caster. What comes next is up to you. Eliminate? Why do I have to keep doing this? Yeah, shove her in the water. Ah, damn it! I refuse to die here! What if she's running away? What's with you? It's okay, we're solving a problem. Quick! She fell into the water. It's now or never. Alright, we're fine now. Good ending! I retrieved the curse stone from the ocean. Are you alright, Avi? Well, I barely made it out alive, but I can't say I feel particularly good about it. So it had come to this. No turning back now, it seems. This is what happens when you deal with curses. They might turn back on you at any moment. You should be prepared for that. Understood. Damn, that got scary. So, what about the curse stone? What's it like? Yeah, about that. What? She had the mirror! That's the curse stone? A bronze mirror? That's right, a palm-sized bronze hand mirror. Wait, don't tell me the still-tied mirror was actually a curse stone all along. The curse stone's resentful memory doesn't seem to indicate anything like that. So this curse stone had a resentful memory too. What did you learn? There's so much information, it's hard to make sense of it. She took it a lot more calmly than Avi did when he got all that info sucked in his brain. Here, take a look for yourself. Don't just toss it like that, it's a curse stone, not a baseball. So you're not gonna look? Of course I am. Let's see. Ah! So this is the real deal. I thought he was gonna go off like that. A mermaid, there's a mermaid on it. Alright, let's take a look. Does that count as a curse stone? Taira no Tomoshige's early life. Tomoshige was born as the son of Taira no Kiyomori's younger brother, Yorimori, in the latter half of the Heian period at the height of the Taira clan's power. Although his father Yorimori was the only child born of the official wife of Taira no Tadamori, part of the main lineage of the Taira clan, he maintained a differential attitude towards Kiyomori, a stance that made Tomoshige regard him with contempt and fuel his ambition to one day stand at the head of the Taira clan. He also believed himself to be the rightful heir to Nukemaru, a famous sword that his father had inherited as part of his birthright. Sato. Whoa, Sato! So not Osato, like she was in the story. At around the same time, Sato was living a simple life in Kusawa village, the place of her birth. One day she happened to encounter a visiting onmyoji and was offered a chance to work at the Bureau of Onmyo in Kyoto. Sato readily accepted, having always felt, whoops, out of place in the village due to her faint spirit sense, and left Kusawa to work in the Bureau of Onmyo as a maidservant. At the end of a certain year, Taira no Kiyomori's daughter, Noriko, gave birth to the imperial prince. Although Tomoshige visited the palace with his father to celebrate the birth, he soon grew bored with the proceeding and left, only to encounter Sato, who was attending to odd jobs nearby. Tomoshige was intrigued by Sato and made no attempts to curry favor with him, and whose thoughts he found difficult to read, and he frequently visited her from then on. Not yet having an official wife, it was not uncommon for Tomoshige to spend his time on dalliances? What is a dalliance? With women, and Sato being the latest among them. However, as their interactions continued, he found himself becoming particularly drawn to her. He eventually had a pair of bronze hand mirrors. Oh, there's two! Okay. Had a pair of bronze hand mirrors made and gifted one to her, telling her to carry it with her at all times as a sign of their vow to each other. In 1185, the Taira clan was defeated at the Battle of Dan no Ura, spelling its ruin. Tomoshige, who had fled from the place to place as if desperately can't read anymore. As to desperately avert his eyes from the Taira clan's demise, ultimately did not participate in the decisive battle at Dan no Ura, and came to know of the Taira clan's downfall while he was lying low in a remote village in Ise with Sato. Although initially terrified of being hunted down by soldiers of the Minamoto clan, Tomoshige regained his senses upon seeing Sato's unbroken composure. Now believing that it lay with him to restore the Taira clan as one of its sole survivors, he swore an oath to his fallen clan that he would see it rise again one day. When survivors of the Taira... Y'all like this lore? We're only halfway through. Welcome back. Gabe, you just missed Kikuko getting fucking murdered. We killed Kikuko. You've missed some big shit. So we found out that indeed it is not the mirrors, it's not reflections, it is the symbol of Ikoma. Also, that it's Ikoma trying to get Sato, basically. But yeah, it's the symbol he has on his business card that was also on the hand mirrors that is the target for the curse that we now have, so now we're reading the memories of the curse. So Cersei managed to delay the actions of the curse, but in order to save Abi, basically, they shoved fucking Kikuko into the water and used the curse on her. Turn her into a fish. What if she didn't die? What if she just becomes fish? And then we fished her up and ate her. With survivors of the Taira clan being hunted down across the country, Tomoshige continued to search for a way to turn the situation to his advantage. In the process, he suddenly remembered a box that his grandfather, Tadamori, had left the family. A tamatebako proffered by a fisherman that was said to contain the flesh of a mermaid. Although Tadamori had refused to accept it, a member of the clan had secretly hidden it in a storehouse back in their homeland. It was said that eating mermaid flesh would grant eternal life to whoever ate it. However, legend also had it that the meat was highly poisonous, with even a small bite being fatal. No one had wanted to eat it as a result, and it had ended up forgotten as the years went by. This is reminding me of Inspector now. Believing that dying due to poison would hardly be any different from their fate as they were caught and killed, Tomoshige located the tamatebako and pried open the lid. However, all that was inside was a dried sliver of meat, so shriveled as to resemble a splint of wood. Dubious. Tomoshige pushed his misgivings aside and ate the meat, but felt no different than before, believing that long years had robbed the meat of its power. And seeing the tamatebako as his only clue to find a mermaid, he boarded a small boat with Sato and set out to sea. We also found out that apparently so the curse stone isn't a stone, it's another bronze mirror, and then we found out that there was actually two bronze mirrors that made one for Sato and one for Tomoshige. Believing that a mermaid would surely come to reclaim the tamatebako if it was truly linked to them in some way, Tomoshige continued to row the small boat into the Sea of Ise. At the time, he was clad from head to toe in the armor of a warrior, and had with him the famed sword Nukemaru, an heirloom he had seized from his father Yorimori, whom he had scorned as a disgrace to their clan. Sato, meanwhile, wore only a light kimono. After... so much lore right now. After they had rowed for a while, a sudden mist descended over the sea around them, obscuring their surroundings. As Tomoshige and Sato looked around fearfully, they heard a small splash, turned to look. The two gasped as they saw what appeared to be a human hand reach up from the water before grabbing onto the boat's edge. In a rush of water, a being with human features from the waist up and fish-like features from the waist down emerged from the sea. A mermaid! Climbing onto the boat, the mermaid screamed for them to give back the box before suddenly lunging at them. Too stunned to think clearly, Tomoshige drew his sword and slashed at the mermaid. There was a dull sound of the blade slicing through flesh, and the mermaid let out a piercing cry before diving back into the water and fleeing the area. Cut off her fucking tit. Still trying to process the sudden turn of events, Tomoshige glanced down and caught sight of a small piece of the mermaid's tail, apparently severed by his previous blow, lying in a pool of blood. He picked it up only to find it continued to twitch even after he held it, like a fucking lizard. Finding himself too disgusted to try eating it immediately, he decided to stow it in the tame tobacco for the present. Wow, he did that's exactly what he needed to do. What a coincidence. Eventually, after some hesitation, he forced Sato to eat it despite her protests. They waited a while, but no change seemed to come over her. Thinking that the amount of mermaid flesh simply hadn't been enough, Tomoshige made to pursue the mermaid. But as he did so, he noticed the mist around them had cleared. As the two looked around, they realized that their small boat was surrounded by ships belonging to a band hunting down the remnants of the Taira clan. Alarmed, they tried to flee, but with their attackers pressing in on them from all sides, they were unable to find any means of escape. Amidst the chaos, Sato was struck in the head by an arrow. She fucking got hit in the head, goddamn. And fell into the sea. Tomoshige, still determined to retaliate, continued to frantically resist with his sword. However, he was vastly outnumbered, and unable to break through his attackers' ranks, was ultimately cut down in a single stroke. On the brink of death, Tomoshige's gaze fell on the crests worn by his pursuers. Oh, consumed by bitter regret at his failure. Oh, I see! So that sounds like Ikoma. Yeah, or maybe not. Maybe it's unrelated to Ikoma. Maybe, I don't know. But now we know that the symbol specifically was the crest belonging to the pursuers. And that's why the curse specifically targets those. Consumed by bitter regret at his failure to restore his clan, he directed the full brunt of his resentment towards these symbols as he sank beneath the waves, cursing his enemies and clinging to his vindictive hatred until the very end. Damn, so the splinter wasn't enough. So this is the curse of Taira no Tomoshige that grew over 800 long years. Taira no Tomoshige? Never heard of him. He wasn't exactly what you call a historically important figure, even within the Heike. Seems that he sought out the mermaid's power of immortality to restore the Heike, but his pursuit ended in failure. That resentment must have dwelled within Tomoshige's bronze mirror, eventually turning it into a curse stone. Most likely. Somehow I thought the curse stones made themselves. Then the symbol in the hand mirror and the business card were the true curse target. So that's what it was. My guess is that Tsukasa probably just has a business card of her own. Considering this whole illegitimate child shit that both of them were having to deal with. If only we realized it sooner. Well, what's done is done. Don't be too hard on yourself. Kikuko mentioned that she got her curse stone from Ikoma, right? Exactly. To think that slippery snake was sneaky enough to put the curse markers on his own business cards. That Ikoma guy's seriously dangerous. That was way too close. Bella, you're so cute. She was cleaning herself while laying fully down on her side. It looked adorable. Good thing we were cautious, especially since it seems he's after the Tame Tobacco too. Yeah, seems like working without him turned out to be the right call. Although he may grow suspicious if he can't contact Kikuko anymore. Considering he's after the Tame Tobacco, there's a chance he might still chase after us. We need to keep our guard up. I think it's safe to assume he already knows about Miss Samakawa and the Tame Tobacco. I do wonder why he told us to go look for the still-tied mirror, too. Well, it's not this mirror, and we got no reason to follow his orders anyway. I'd rather not try to find out more about the mermaid as soon as possible. I'd rather try, not... He didn't say not try. I don't know why I said that. You're right. We didn't learn anything from Kikuko. I think we learned a lot, actually. I guess nothing about mermaids. Looks like we got no choice but to continue our investigation of the island, shall we? I wanted to see Kikuko's fucking mermaid corpse. Uh-oh. Could you hold on for a moment? I feel like that's the grandma, but I'm not sure. Someone's there! Ah! It's not the grandma at all. That's the... Oh, uh-oh. They didn't see us do anything, did they? You! Y'all, that's a funny time to stop, actually. Oh! Hold on, this timeline's not done, actually. But that's probably because we could get, a different bad ending by taking the mirror. But anyway, everybug. Perfect time to stop. We got a fucking cliffhanger. What if they just arrest us on the spot? Literally on the dot. A goddamn fucking mic stand keeps elevating itself. Yep, 3 hours. Even. I think it's because you were late a little bit. You were probably only here for, like, 2 hours equivalent. Anyway, everybug, thanks for coming! Let's enjoy the rest of our Sunday. Let's go see how we can raid, though. Oh, this is Lazu's last stream. Lazu's retiring, maybe. Or maybe he's coming back as something else, who knows. Let's go say hi and bye to Lazu. I think I've only raided him a couple of times, but he is such a cool model. I'm sad he's going. Anyway, everybug, thanks again for coming! Happy Sunday. Thanks, everybug, if you came from a raid and you stuck around. I appreciate it. Tomorrow is... If you're on YouTube, I'm sorry, we can't follow the raid. If you're interested, it is Leizu, LeizuShen on Twitch. But anyway. Tomorrow is Monday, so I should be live Monday, unless something else is happening. But that is the plan, at least, so we'll find out more of this drama. Maybe we're pretty close to finishing. Maybe we'll finish it. I don't know. Anyway. You all have a good one. Eat up. Rest well. Take a shower. And hopefully I'll see y'all tomorrow, okay? Bye-bye!